love from me to any other show that we reference. I don't like getting in that cross. Yeah, there's nothing to be won there, E. Any cross-show bickering. I hear them do it sometimes, throw a little shade at each other. No strays here, man. We're ready to get the First Coast off and going, positive mindset. All right, but I'm a little concerned. I love me some Big Sears. One of my favorite guys. He has a Cheez-It problem. We talked about it. Under the context of 4 or 5 or 6, Cheez-It bags in disrepair, shoved into that refrigerator. And then as we brought that to light, he did a great job. He downsized, he put it all into one bag, and that held pretty firm for a while. But after a couple of weeks, he slipped back into, 3 or 4 Cheez-It bags in there. He's dabbled. He's experimenting now. The Cheez-Its were a gateway. He's got the caramel corn, which is just firing on all cylinders. Had 4 or 5 bags of that back in that fridge yesterday. So I bring this up not to shame. I mean, I don't care. I love Cheez-Its. I love caramel corn. But we had something around here yesterday known as the monthly fridge cleaning day. My man Sir's going to have the shakes today. He's going to come in. He's going to go to his stash, and there's nothing in there. I don't picture Sir as the kind just staying completely on top of his inner office emails. You feel me? So when the email came out that there was a fridge cleaning day, it probably got past the goalie. So, Big Sirs, if you're up and listening this morning, you need to stop at the Jiffy store there and get you today's fix, because they cleaned you out, my brother.
You need to re-up.
Yeah, they went into the house and they found all the stuff and they threw it away. So, let's be careful. All right, I got some random Jag thoughts. You want to talk a little Jag football with me, E.T.?
Let's do it.
Just real quick, I got a question for you. We're so, pigeonholed into, and that's fine. We're so into Mason Graham. I think we've just accepted Mason Graham as this superstar prospect where Meaden needs value, right?
That's it.
What if when the Jaguars pick 5th, and Mason Graham has earned this designation as, undoubtedly, maybe even there may be a further distance between him and the next at his position as there is at any other position if you're talking about the best player at each position. In other words, the best running back in the draft is Ashton Genty. The difference between him and the second guy, as good as Genty is, good enough to go in the top 6 probably. I still think the next guy in line might be closer than the next projected defensive tackle behind Mason Graham. See where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
After Mason Graham, who's next?
I don't even know.
Right? There's no detail. Right? Is it Kenneth Grant even? It may be his teammate. There are no other defensive tackles that are being that. Now, in fairness, once we get down past about 10, 12 on the mock drafts, I pretty much scroll down to where the Jags pick again. So I don't know what's falling there between 15 and 32 in a lot of cases. But the difference between Mason Graham and the next defensive tackle, I think, is probably as large as the difference between any guy who leads his position group. Maybe not, but for the sake of this argument, we'll say he is. If the Jaguars at number 5, ET, looked at the board in front of them and the best player at every position was available, where would they go? Which is, I know this sounds like a convoluted way to say, who would the Jags pick if they pick number 1? But there's a little bit of a different approach here, at least in the way my mind's looking at it. And what I mean by that is this. I guess it's also another roundabout way of saying, is there a need that is so much bigger by far than the others? Or are there just a bunch of pretty significant needs?
A little bit of both, but to me, I think there's a couple. We still have the pass rush. I'm still on that pass rush thing.
If the Jaguar, if they pick 5th, and I mean, listen, let's narrow it here just a little bit, right? The best receiver is Travis Hunter. The best corner is checks notes Travis Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so this is almost we could make this maybe a pretty short conversation.
Yeah.
If all the players were available and you had the opportunity to pick the guy who's projected to be both the best receiver and the best corner in the draft,
You
that's
take
the pick.
him.
And I can't imagine the Jaguars, as smart as they are, full of football men from Tony Basilli down to Liam Cohen. If Travis Hunter were on the board, I don't care who else was on there. I promise you they would take him.
Yes.
They're smarter than that. And this isn't a glitzy, Heisman, showy selection. This dude is that guy. He's that guy. Competitor, he's an athlete. He's probably he is the most skilled player in the draft. He's a hard worker. He's a team captain. He's a student. I mean, this guy is this guy you dream of adding to your franchise. So maybe the argument ends there, but I guess what I'm getting to here, and I hate to do this a week out from the draft, when you look at it from that perspective, it starts to feel more like we're settling. When you realize that if Abdul Carter was there, they'd take him. If Travis Hunter was there, they'd take him. I guess the only one that he wins the arm wrestling, at least we think, and maybe it's just because of how they view the offensive tackle position. And by the way, it's no coincidence that if you look at just generic mock drafts that you'll find Will Campbell, Mason Graham, and even Mimbo now from Missouri settling in that 4, 5, 6, 7 grouping. I saw one mock draft that had now the Patriots taking Genty at number 4. Boy, he's the wild card, isn't he? What if Tennessee out of nowhere said, you know what? We're just going to go Genty. I mean, Tennessee's greatest success came with who? Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Right? Now, look, things have changed, different coaching staffs, maybe even different philosophies. Who are I get out of football season and I've shut her down, man. Talk to me during fantasy season. I'll tell you, Tennessee's 4th string running back. They're Pollard and Spears. Is that what they are?
Yep, top 2.
And they signed Pollard a couple, like last offseason. So in no way would Genty be the play there, but should he be? Man, these quarterbacks are gumming up these top 10, man. And you have to kind of go with what you have this year, but it's also awful scary. Not for us, not for any team that doesn't have a quarterback question for now. It's awful scary to pick guys that, yeah, they rate okay in this year's prospect list, but man, I can't get past that one chart that we saw. Do you remember this one about 3 or 4 weeks ago? And it said what these quarterback grades are coming into this draft compared to the other first-round quarterbacks of the last 5 years. And these dudes out of 23 quarterbacks were like 19 and 23. And spoiler alert, the 18 ahead of Cam Ward at 19, 15 of them aren't worth the pick. That's the kind of stuff that keeps bad teams bad, right? And that's why, by the way, if you're a quarterback prospect, you can't look at the daunting task ahead of you going to a losing team. That's how they're getting you, because they're a losing team. And to Trevor Lawrence's credit, where the wins haven't come yet, he's never kind of carried that mentality. He's never seemed that way. So we shall see. So where do you land if the Jaguars are picking 5th and the best player at every position is available? Who do you think they would take?
Yeah, I think it would be Travis Hunter.
It would be Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
If we take Travis Hunter off of the board and just at the end of the day realize there ain't no way in the world, every one of those other guys could conceivably fall to 5. You agree?
Yes.
Don't necessarily think they will, but they could.
Yes.
So when it comes time, if Abdul Carter and Mason Graham are on the board,
Carter.
You run Carter's name up there, and then we go to work from that point forward. Yeah, not sure I disagree with that. There's a wild card here in this whole interior defensive line, puzzle, and it's Mason Smith. It's last year's second rounder. Perhaps we should be more cautiously optimistic with Smith, who didn't do a lot last year, but made all his plays in the last 3 or 4 games when he got more time in the rotation. He's coming off an injury at LSU, and perhaps that could be a special, unexpected surprise. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility. Do you, E?
I do not.
I'm not going to be that guy, man. I'm not going to get on the radio every morning and bang to the unlikely, emergence and blossoming of draft picks that haven't worked to this point. It's too early, though, to throw Mason Smith into that category. And it is fair to say that of his overall pedestrian rookie year, all the flash came in the last quarter of the season. So there's that. Anyway, just some random Jag thoughts as we kick you off here on a custom Tree Surgeons Thursday. I've poured through more of the press conference with James Gladstone and Liam Cohen, a couple interesting sidebars to explore there. Good news for the Gators in the transfer portal. That when we return on a custom Tree Surgeons Thursday.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Believe in the unbelievable.
Unbelievable!
1010XL.
I can't believe it! I can't believe it!
Where hearing is believing.
Unbelievable!
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
St. Johns County parents, does your kid have energy to burn? Want them to play a sport for their middle school? Sign up today for the St. John's Middle School Athletic Association. Tackle football, dance, and cheerleading. Who doesn't want their kid to be the next NFL quarterback or dance floor diva? You know how fast your kid can go from playing Xbox to practicing their touchdown dance or sideline cheer? Visit sjmsaa.org. sjmsaa.org.
Get this thing unwrapped here. Duval!
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right. Dan, I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. Johns County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Daily's Dash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, like me. I'm sure there's a Daily's Dash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course,
oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daily's Dash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily's Dash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beechurst here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beechurst Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do, and plumbing is what we're great at. Beechurst Plumbing, here to help.
Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser start the week by giving the ball to the best back in Duval.
And off, Fred Taylor.
Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein & Robbins DUI Defense Firm and Monahan Jewelers on 1010XL.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more reliability and versatility built in, like Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors to get the job done right, Z Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Visit Coastal Equipment for a demo today.
Greater power for the great outdoors. Coastal Equipment.
Coastal Equipment on New Kings Road and in McClenny.
Tailgaters parking season passes are on sale now. Secure your Jaguar season parking today. Enjoy indoor restrooms, a full-service bar and grill, access 4 hours before kickoff. Visit tailgatorsparking.com and book your space today.
At the First Coast YMCA, you'll find much more than just a gym. We offer many ways to help you become more active, reach your weight loss goals, and find your inner strength. Membership at the Y includes state-of-the-art facilities, a huge variety of fitness classes, and programs for all ages. It's easy to join the Y since it's affordable for all incomes. The Y is a great place to make connections and experience something new. Visit the YMCA near you or online at fcymca.org.
Are you embarrassed by your ugly, cracked concrete driveway? Stop by Stone Core on Phillips Highway for all your outdoor living needs. Let them show you how a durable paver driveway can enhance your home. Visit stonecore.co. We do outdoors better.
New and pre-owned firearms are always in stock at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach. Want a new sidearm or rifle? Brands like Kimbar, Smith & Wesson, Sig Sauer, and Beretta. No lines, no hassle. Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach.
If you are an experienced electrician looking for your next big opportunity, look no further than the Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller Electric, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering you the chance to showcase your skills on a grand scale. We believe in rewarding hard work with the best pay, top-notch benefits, and an unbeatable culture where people actually care about each other. Take your career to new heights with Miller Electric Company. Apply today at millercareers.com. Miller Electric, an equal opportunity employer.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
The text line is up and popping this morning. 641-1010 if you want to weigh in there. Yeah, see, I wasn't crazy. There is a little more traffic out on the road. Someone pointed out on the text line very adroitly that tomorrow being Good Friday, there probably is extra traffic. People getting away for a long weekend, celebrate Easter on Sunday.
420.
Huh?
Sunday is 420.
Oh, no. Settle down. Put down the lettuce for a day.
I was just saying, that's the date, man.
Maybe just have a glass of wine. You know? Anyway. Let's see. A little bit of Gator news here to start. I've talked about the transfer portal and a couple targets that are out there, guys that can help. And there's this guard from pulling up the info here. Princeton, Xavier Lee, right? Kid who played high school basketball with Thomas Houck. He has been a priority. He has been a target for the Gators since they won the national title and saw all three members of an elite backcourt have to say goodbye. And lo and behold, they got the commit last night. Look, I don't want to give too much credit to see what a national title can do for you. Todd Golden, doesn't matter what the rankings have said. Todd Golden has grabbed the best transfers. Walter Clayton won the top target in the transfer portal. Elijah Martin wasn't viewed as the top transfer target on his own roster. And third in some cases. One of those FAU big men followed May to Michigan. So I wouldn't pay as much attention if I were judging what Todd Golden is doing thus far in the transfer portal by whatever these transfer lists and rankings say. Now, look, I'm not telling you that Clayton and Martin and these guys were, afterthoughts outside the top 50, but I'm just saying they haven't been the one to go grab that superstar who landed for whatever reason. But they do get Xavier Lee. He commits to Florida yesterday, one of the best point guards in the transfer portal. He's an on-ball point guard who can run the offense. He's 6'4", so he's got, he's got size at the position, two-time first-team All-Ivy. Last year averaged 17 points, 6 rebounds, 5.5 assists. Shoots 37% from three-point range. He got Princeton's first-ever triple-double back in December. He really should slot right into Todd Golden's lineup pretty seamlessly. And you also have some built-in chemistry, at least a little bit, from Houck and he haven't played high school ball together. Lee now sign. I think they would go grab another guard. I'm not sure they're going to be super and need to be super active. Right? You've got Aberdeen and Klaujar returning. You've signed a couple of perimeter players. Top 30 high school players are part of your recruiting class. And the front court, as we've talked about, depending on what Condon does, whether or not the NBA says, yeah, come on. The front court is in excellent shape. This league was a big, big pickup for them. Fills a huge hole. Now, you can't put one, peg in three holes. And at the end of the day, they had Aberdeen and Klaujar last year, but it was Martin Richard and obviously Walter Clayton Jr. that were doing all the heavy lifting. So Lee, though, is a nice pickup. It's certainly one that they needed to get. Whether or not they are done, I don't know. We talked about the kid from Washington State who's got a similar stat line to Lee, a little bigger, a little more of an off guard. The first one to sign here, though, got an assurance, I'm sure. And look, they'll have to play their way into keeping that assurance. But first one, there's a starting spot to be grabbed there, right? This guy's coming in as an upperclassman, as the player of the year in the Ivy League. He's not coming down here to see if he can crack the rotation. You're handing him the ball and saying, come on, man, keep this train going. So is Xavier Lee from Princeton, the top target, the one who has been certainly linked the most to Florida, makes it official yesterday. He lands with the Gators. Look, all that being said, as I just did, I don't think they're done. I think they will get one more. We'll see where that ends up. All right, we've had to do some reading of the tea leaves this offseason when it comes to the Jaguars and the moves they've made. When they signed Jordan Lewis in free agency from the Cowboys, what was the very first thing or one of the first things that came to mind when we put him on the roster?
I was like, who?
Well, that's fair. But the second one is, okay, we're getting one of the best slot corners in the NFL.
Yeah.
Well, guess what we had last year? One of the best slot corners
in the NFL.
And I'm talking about Jarian Jones, who as a rookie performed very well. And again, I'm not saying Pro Football Focus is the be-all, end-all, but they're the one that are putting together data on everyone. And here's how they graded Jones last year. We've already told you he was on the all-rookie team. And if PFF redrafted Jarian Jones, they put in the first round. And according to that outlet, there were 42 eligible slot cornerbacks last year. And Jones as a rookie ranked 11th in passer rating, 13th in yards per snap, and 9th in snaps per target. So the top, 75th percentile at worst in all of those categories. And again, as a rookie. But guess what? Even as he was doing this, and if there are any questions still remaining out there, how the Jaguars cornerbacks are going to line up, Jarian Jones has answered them in a recent media opportunity. Did you see this? What Jarian Jones said?
No.
About where he'll line up? Ooh. Quote, last season when I was playing all 100% nickel, I was asking them, can I go play corner? That's what I play. Obviously, I play nickel, but I guard people. That's what I do. I play corner. I guard people. That's what I do. I don't know what all went into it, but they just wouldn't let me do it. So when the Jags brought in a new coaching staff, guess who's the first one whose ears perked up? Jarian Jones, who saw it as an opportunity. He said, so the coaching staff letting me be able to go do that, that's something when I first met with Coach Camp, when I first met with Liam, that's something I asked them, can I please go play corner? And they were like, well, actually, that's what we're thinking. And I was like, okay, good. We're all cool together. Lining up on the boundary is nothing new. He played almost all of his snaps at FSU outside. In his last year, he moved inside to the nickel. But, you're not talking to taking a fish out of water here. You're talking about putting a guy at a position that he wants to play. I'm with you. I like everything I heard there, E.
I like it.
If that grading, that evaluation of him as just a first-year player translates to the outside and he continues to get better, that's another one that there's still a lot of story to be written about. Similar to what we said about Mason Smith. Still a lot of story to be written about. Still a lot to go on the back of the football cards of those guys. But anyway, I just thought that was interesting. Sure seems to me when we see that too deep and we see him trot out for workouts, it'll be Tyson Campbell, Jarian Jones on the outside, and an elite premier grading even better than Jarian Jones, Jordan Lewis as the slot corner. That feels like a huge upgrade from Tyson Campbell, Ronald Darby, and Jones in the slot. Sounds like it. We'll see. Now, we were saying the same things about Jari and Jones about Tyson Campbell, weren't we?
We were. High praises.
Real similar. Oh, this is great. Out of the gates, this is great. Nowhere to go but up. And he is just kind of stagnated. Injury may have something to do with that, but hadn't got a whole lot better. So there's a corner question that has been answered. Let's go to the coach for another question. Pretty clear the number one receiver is here. That's Brian Thomas Jr. At least we have that. We haven't had a number one receiver here, a true number one receiver since Jimmy Smith. That's a long time ago, almost 20 years. But who are the 2 and the 3, honestly?
I think, we're going to spread the ball out, hopefully equally. That was the nice thing about being last year with Tampa, and we had to play a lot of different players in different personnel groupings. I think you look just naturally right now at Parker Washington and Diami Brown at the receiver positions, and then saying that, hey, Brenton Strange hopefully continues to ascend. How do we use our 2 running backs to be able to supplement some of that usage, right, and be able to get more people involved in the game, especially early on, so that defenses can't just cloud, BT and be all over him, that we do have other guys that can go win and be explosive with the ball in their hands and ultimately share that wealth and share that playmaking ability, so that once the ball is snapped for the beginning of the game, and then within the first quarter, if you haven't touched the ball, it's a hard one to continue to get through. So how do we get all of our playmakers a touch early on to get them going and get them involved in the game? And those guys that I just mentioned right now are guys that we're going to spotlight.
I heard a lot of how there. I didn't hear any who. A lot of how, not much who. There is a big, really super important variable. And by the way, by variable, by its definition, means could go a lot better than you think or a lot worse. But that is a new playbook, a new coaching staff, new play calling within the game. That'll make any NFL player a little better or a little worse. Having that. I mean, we've had a stale, stagnant playbook, boy. When Doug Peterson left town, he could have just thrown it in some stagnant marsh on the way out of town. He can just fuse with the muck. So, anyway, there's that. I've been thinking and grinding on Intangibly Rich. I mean, I go to sleep at night and I hear things like ecosystem and Intangibly Rich. And so let's go back to James Gladstone's presser here real quick. And I'll spare you the Intangibly Rich per se. But listen, he hasn't created a definition here. Intangibles, just let's go to the dictionary and look up intangible. Intangible are the extra things outside of the obvious, outside of the norm, outside of the expected, the accoutrements to character and work ethic and talent that take that extra level. The intangibly rich athletes in history include Tiger Woods and Michael Jordan, who, although better than everyone else, outworked him anyway. Who never became... Did Michael Jordan ever have I'm not playing moment? Pay me this moment? Do me that moment? Do you remember one ever? Has there been a superstar ever that didn't make for as much as he was the NBA, he never made it seem like he was making it about him. Dude just went out in one stone cold killer style. That's an intangibly rich player. Helps when you're supremely talented. But Tiger, the stories of Tiger. He's got like 3 amateurs already. He's at Stanford. He's the best player in the world, the pro, maybe even at his age, including the pros that he hasn't joined yet. It's pouring down rain on the Pacific coast. There's one idiot out on the driving range. It's Tiger Woods. That's an intangibly rich athlete. So the intangible, I think when you talk about intangibles here, you're not talking about stats. You're not talking about 40 times. You're talking about, do I have a guy here who's going to play regardless of what his paycheck says? Do I have a guy here who will play hurt, not injured? Do I have a guy here who will lead in the locker room? A guy here who will be first to leave, first to show, last to leave. There's 1,000 different examples. But at the end of the day, there's some kind of base element what intangibly rich is, and that's just being mentally and physically tough. And it's hard to determine that in the limited time you have. You really got to lean on coaches who have had these guys coming up through the ranks, all the way back to high school if you have to. Really got to do your research. But Gladstone made sure to kind of emphasize in that pre-draft presser, toughness, man. It's what football's all about.
Something that's been very clear to both Liam and I, and it's something that we both value innately, is physical and mental toughness. And I know that probably was apparent, and that just by default, the offensive line and defensive line, that breeds that sort of mentality and that type of play. We prioritized addressing offensive line through pro free agency, and I think we'll continue to do that throughout the draft, but I don't think we're limited at the fronts, right? That stuff should show up at all levels of our offensive and defensive operation, and clearly on special teams, that's always going to remain at the forefront. But those two elements in tandem is really a real combination that we covet. And I think you'll hear just about every time that Liam steps to a podium, he's going to mention some version of physical and mental toughness as really what he's hunting up.
It's easy to kind of throw that into cliche, but if you think that every NFL player in every locker room is physically and mentally tough, you are really mistaken. And there are plenty of them. I'm not going to, not even disparage them. There's a level of physical and mental toughness on those scales, just like there is on the stopwatch when you run your 40. It's just not as easy to know. Doesn't jump out on you in some measurable. We'll see. Come back with a football fix. ET has done some producing this morning. He sent me a list of NFL comps for some of these top prospects. Take a look at that in a football fix. A lot more coming up here on a Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday. You're listening to The Drill.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
This is Brent Musburger's Visa in Action update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
RBC Heritage tees off today at Harbor Town Golf Links, Hilton Head Island, South Carolina. Scotty Scheffler, the defending champion, who finished fourth at the Masters, is a plus 360 favorite. Colin Morikawa 11-1, Xander Schauffele 12-1. Florida State Seminoles hosting Virginia this weekend in an ACC baseball series. Florida State opens the series at $2.70 favorite over Virginia in Game 1. Cavaliers 2-1. Taj Bradley on the mound for the Rays today, $1.20 home favorite against Will Warren of the Yankees, plus 100. 9 over at Steinbrenner Field. Braves at home tomorrow with the Minnesota Twins. $250 bonus and you open up a G-Bank Visa signature card. Visa.com/G-Bank. With your action update, Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
Plumbing problem? AC acting up? Septic tank trouble? Don't waste time calling 3 different companies. Just call Duck Duck Rooter. We offer plumbing, septic, and air conditioning services, making it easy for you to work with one trusted company and one simple build. Every department has highly skilled experts trained for the job. For fast, reliable service from a company that does it all the right way, call 904-862-6769 or visit duckduckrooter.com.
MOV, ING, Southside Kia is moving. Our moving sale is on right now. Help us clear new Kias out. Our current selection's got 200 plus Kias on the lot. Hurry to save big with us. New rides starting at just $20,000 bucks. Plus, bring your tax refund today. We'll double it up to $5K. MOV, ING, get to Southside Kia this spring. Online at SouthsideKiaJacks.com. Get your next ride at Southside. For complete details, call 904-325-9208.
Get ready for the best prices ever on all diamond stud earrings and all tennis bracelets at Beard's Diamonds. For 7 days, April 21st through 27th, you will get up to 40% off. Yes, 40%. Locally owned Beard's Diamonds always beats the big corporate store prices. But next week, they're taking value to a whole new level. All diamond stud earrings and all tennis bracelets are on sale. Big time. Best prices ever. You save up to 40%. Don't miss this first time ever buying opportunity. Next week only. And only at Beard's Diamonds, St. John's Town Center. Shop local, shop Beard's.
Hi, I'm Karen, owner of Clay Solar Installation Partners, your local women-owned solar company. At Clay Solar, we're more than just panels and power. We're about people. We make the switch to clean energy simple, stress-free, and built to last. If you've had a bad experience with solar in the past, we can help. We specialize in dependable solutions and top-notch customer service, so you can finally enjoy the savings and sustainability you deserve. Schedule your free consultation at claysolar.com.
It's kind of like his own private locker, and you're his guest.
Every time we talk, I'm reinvigorated by my love of the game.
Hayes Carline here. Find my blog at 1010XL.com.
Hayes Blog is brought to you by
Roland Reach Plumbing, where quality and experience count.
So, you finally have some time to yourself. Even if it is just the car ride home, it's you time. And look at you. Do not disturb set before you even got in the car? Impressive. You've earned this moment to just chill and drive. This break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
An ACL tear can be a devastating injury with prolonged pain and rehabilitation. Hi, I'm Dr. George Bari. I'm a sports medicine orthopedic surgeon who grew up right here in Jacksonville and then went on to train with the world-renowned Dr. James Andrews. At Bari Orthopedics, we use the most current techniques to get you back in the field with less pain and quicker rehabilitation. We treat all types of sports injuries with the newest techniques available. Please call us for consultation or visit BariOrthopedics.com.
Find out more at BariOrthopedics.com. That's BAHRI Orthopedics.com.
Direct from Broadway, MJ, the Tony Award-winning musical, is starting something all across America. Get tickets now to what the Washington Post calls a runaway hit. MJ the Musical, playing Jacksonville Center for the Performing Arts April 22nd through 27th. Tickets at fscjartistseries.org.
Cool boats, hot prices at the Jacksonville Spring Boat Show, April 25th, 26th, and 27th at Metropolitan Park. Fishing seminars, kids events, and more. Presented by Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Westside. Tickets and info at boatjacks.com. That's boatjacks.com.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville, and there's so many cool products that are on the line at Cycles of Jacksonville. Showroom is Atlantic and Regency, and we're talking, Greg, you've got from any level of price point, the experienced rider to the inexperienced on-road, off-road.
We've got it. We've got ATVs, we've got motorcycles, we've got scooters, we even have the new Honda boats. We've got something for everyone.
Don't forget about the boat line from Honda. It's all right there, waiting for you. Atlantic and Regency or Cycles of Jacksonville's Facebook page.
Out with the old, in with the organized. Mia here for my friends at Closets by Design. Freshen up your home this spring with a custom organization solution. For a limited time, take advantage of our spring special and enjoy exclusive savings on closets, garages, home offices, and more. That's 40% off with an additional 15% off with 12-month special financing through April. Spring on this deal before it's gone. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation with Closets by Design.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Back on a Thursday morning. It's Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday. Got Doc Kevin Murphy today. So we'll kick around the injuries in the sports world. PGA Tour teeing it up again this week. They're at Harbor Town, Hilton Head. Man, a lot of cash on the table. That's why you if you're wondering, man, I can't believe all these guys are playing coming off of the Masters last week. And then you look at those prize checks they'll be handing out, and that's why we got to.
Then it makes sense why all the big boys in there.
The big and seriously though, the big boys are there. Rory's not. That makes sense. Got that green jacket, man. I think I'd just stay on cloud 9 for a couple of weeks.
I'd still be in the clubhouse.
Yeah, I ain't gonna practice. Rory, you gonna come practice? Nah, I'm not practicing today.
Not today.
Nah. Gonna hang out with Erica here. We're just gonna hang today.
I'm working on the menu for next year.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'll travel the world and just test a lot of delicacies and put together a Masters menu you've never seen. But yeah, they'll be teeing off here shortly in the next hour. PGA Tour back and up and running this week. And all eyes really now turn to the next major. right? We go to the PGA next in May. Father's Day weekend's typically where the U.S. Open falls, and then end it all with the British Open. And, again, that runway is certainly would seem to be clear for Rory McIlroy after what he was able to pull off at Augusta. And, by the way, doing it without putting. I saw his putting coach, Brad Faxon, by the way. Brad Faxon was the great putters of all time, which goes to, putting to me more than any other golf stroke would seem to be you have to be able to do it naturally. It would be hard to teach somebody to be. I'd rather teach a guy to hit a driver than putt. Putt is just natural, isn't it? If you're going to go over a putt, my eyes need to be here, my shoulders need to be here. I had to have this, blah, blah. I mean, line this up with that, aim point, blah. No, man, just step there, look where the ball's going to go and hit it the amount of pace that it needs to go to get there and not more than. So it'd be hard. Brad Faxon, one of the best putters, maybe ever, and Rory can't putt for nothing, and Faxon's been teaching him. But Faxon did say something. He said, man, wait till that putting does start falling. He predicted that Rory's going to double up his major total and finish with 10. We'll see. It's not out of the realm of possibility. 35 years old. And he's got to look at Justin Rose. Here's the one thing about Augusta. I'm going to be the only guy, and I'm not going to claim any bonus credit because by all accounts can barely walk. I'm the only guy who is not going to count Tiger totally dead at a Masters in the future. I'm not going to do it. You know why? Because I don't turn on the TV and I see Fred Couples shoot 71.
Yeah.
I turn on the TV, I see Bernard Longer about to make the cut. I turn on the TV and I see Justin Rose, who's got to be about Tiger's age, isn't he? I see Justin Rose going into a playoff to win the Masters. Augusta, more than any other golf course, certainly more than any major, allows these old guys to stick around and run in some magic. We all talk about Jack Nicklaus winning Augusta at 46. Well, he came back about another, 10, 12 years later, and he finished sixth at 58 years old. Horses for courses and dominant players at Augusta who are also dominant players in the pantheon of golf. Just about all of them have had some where did that come from round. So I know I digress a little bit. Until Tiger's golf clubs are put up and he's hitting ceremonial shots off of number one, I'll give him a dark horse chance of piecing it together. Got to get the dude healthy where he can actually play golf for a couple months in a row, and that you start to wonder will ever be the case. And if that happens, then yeah, you bet. No. But Couples is this example. You don't know it because you haven't been following golf as long. Freddie Couples has been battling a bad back since he won the Players here in the 90s.
Okay.
He was he had a big, long sweep. They called Fred Couples back. He was one of the longest drivers. They called him Boom Boom. That was his nickname. Freddie Boom Boom Couples. He hit it a long way. But his back was a mess, man. He was I can remember highlights of Freddie Couples during a round, just laying down on the ground for a few seconds just to get it right. He would try and play. And so Couples has had success intermittently there on that track when the health is good enough to flash. And, he's 60-something years old, man. Isn't he? Isn't that what they said? Couples got to be in his 60s, right?
I thought that's what it said.
Yeah,
69.
I don't know if he, I think Longer is up that. I don't know if Freddie's quite that old. He might be. Anyway, I digress. Fire up the band. We got a football fix. I'm really just going to do one thing here today. There are a couple. Well, that's not true. I give you a
couple 65.
65, and look at that. Now, look, he faded to day two, but this just in. Fred Couples ain't Tiger Woods either, right? All right. If Travis Hunter is looking for a response, the Giants GM hears him. Yeah, we're cool with that. We'll play you both ways, friend. Don't worry. If the Giants run up your name, young man, you're not coming in with any worries. Well, can you punt? Not a whole lot of, headline kind of news in the NFL, man. It's just all eyes on the draft, all eyes on the prospects. Got a final draft rankings. I think Hick was looking at maybe Matt Miller's list, or maybe it was Field Yates' list, but there's another, our buddy Jordan Reed, friend of the program. He has compiled his final draft rankings for the top 350. So again, we can have a little fun exercise outside of that 5 pick of just going down and see where the numbers correspond, where the Jaguars draft and what prospects are there. And when it comes to the prospects, we all love a comp, don't we? Love a good comp because it makes it, we're getting Michael Jordan or whoever the comp may be. Jordan get a lot of love in today's program. I don't know what's going on. Comparing this draft's top players to current professionals. At least one man's perspective. This is from CBS Sports. Travis Hunter, Justin Jefferson, I'm okay. As a receiver, as a corner, Champ Bailey. Good Lord, man. Woo. I mean, as much attention as Travis Hunter's got and the accolades that he's won, I don't think we've said enough. I don't think we're bowing enough.
Drafted Champ Bailey. Woo!
Think about what I just told you. The comp for Travis Hunter as a receiver is Justin Jefferson, and as a corner is Champ Bailey.
2-1 right there.
Oh, you're gonna love this one. Oh man, this is a big test for you right here.
Yeah. I know what you're gonna do.
This is a huge test. As much as you love him, as much as blood is thicker than water, would you take Cliff, number 5 overall? Abdul Carter, Cliff Averill.
Yeah, I saw that.
Listen, man.
Come on down, bro.
Yeah. Cam Ward, they say Jordan Love. You can do worse if you're the Titans, I guess, if he's Jordan Love, or he says. Will Campbell, Charles Cross from Mississippi State. Yeah, no. There you go. I don't think the Jags are super, super high on Will Campbell. I've seen this one before with Mason Graham. That's Christian Wilkins. He went 13 overall. Again, I feel like because just the way this draft falls, that Mason Graham is a little over-slotted. Just a touch, but what do I know? Ted McMillan, they say T. Higgins. Armand Mimbo, they say a tackle that perhaps you've not heard of. Olu Fashanu. Sure. Jalen Walker, Kyle Van Noy, that's an edge rusher. Ashton Genty, a shorter Marshawn Lynch. We've heard better comps than Marshawn Lynch for Genty. I would rather draft Emmitt Smith. I've heard that one. The tight end Colston Love. Boy, they got Warren listed kind of low here because we got Loveland as the first tight end. Michigan kid. They got Greg Olson. He was very good. I'm not seeing a lot here that is going to. Luther Burden, they say Deebo Samuel. I see that comp. I see that comparison. Burden was I think the best in college football after the catch last year. There's just some. I'm trying to see if there's anybody else that either from the pro side or the college side that's really going to resonate with you. Let's see. Wide receiver Matthew Golden way down at 21. Chris Olave. That'd be a good snag if you're picking that low. Will Johnson, Pat Surtain.
Ooh.
Man, after we had that big Jarius Jones kumbaya, I'm not really thinking corner. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. Hick and Rival more come your way next. You are listening to The Drill. It's Custom Tree Search. It's Thursday.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Everything's going according to plan.
We're currently formulating a plan B.
1010XL.
Although technically it's a plan C.
It's all part of the plan.
When you think of America, you think baseball, cookouts, military, and pride for our country. At Garber Auto Mall, we're proud to carry every American-made truck at one location. Ford, Chevy, GMC, Ram, and Jeep. With the largest inventory selection in North Florida, you can shop with one salesperson. Garber Auto Mall is proud to support our country, our military, and our community. Visit us in Green Cove Springs or at GarberAutomall.com. Garber Auto Mall. Proud to be American.
Cool Cats Heating and Cooling, the coolest cats in town. Setting the standard in our hometown. Quality service, the best around. Coolidge is the cat that cares about your heating and about your air. Cool Cats Heating and Cooling, the coolest cats in town.
Are you ready for some exciting football action? Your Jacksonville Sharks take on the Massachusetts Pirates Saturday, April 19th. Get family 4-packs, 4 tickets, 4 $10 vouchers, and a $20 Al's Pizza gift card, all for only $100. Don't miss the unforgettable Frisbee Dogs and keep an eye out for the Easter Bunny. A fun night for the kids. Get tickets at jacksharks.com or call 904-621-0700. 904-621-0700.
100.
Prosser here. The Jacksonville Sharks are 3-0 and ready to make it 4-0 this weekend as your Jacksonville Sharks take on the Massachusetts Pirates this Saturday. Get our family 4-packs, 4 tickets, 4 $10 vouchers, and a $20 Al's Pizza gift card, all for just $100. Don't miss the unforgettable Frisbee dogs and keep an eye out for the Easter Bunny. For tickets, go to jacksharks.com or call 904-621-0700. That's 904-621-0700. And go Sharks! Go Sharks!
Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey, and I only like to recommend the best, which is why I'm proud to say that I chose Pella Windows and Doors for my own home. And now's a great time to upgrade your home with 0% financing for 60 months. That's 5 years of interest-free payments on the best windows and doors in the business. Don't wait. Schedule a free consultation at PellaJacks.com or visit their showroom on Phillips Highway just north of Bay Meadows. For quality you can trust and savings you can't miss, that's Pella Windows and Doors.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
All right, fellas, I got to brag a little. I'm down 40 pounds thanks to Awaken 180 weight loss and keeping it off.
That's cute, Matt. I'm down 110 pounds. That's like losing a Backstreet Boy.
Okay, so I'm the rookie here. I just started, but I'm already down 13 pounds, and let me tell you, it feels good to see the results already.
That's the thing, man. Awaken 180 works. No shots, no meds, no gimmicks, just real food, real support, and real results.
The support team is a game changer because we all know it's so easy to get distracted. But with Awaken 180, you get your own coach and a plan that works with your lifestyle.
And free support for life.
Plus, no gym workouts required, which is great because let's be honest, I wasn't running wind sprints either.
25, 40, even 110 pounds. If we all can do it, so can you. Call 844-346-1800 or visit awaken180weightloss.com.
That's 844-346-1800 or awaken180weightloss.com.
ET here, and it's time for the Taste of Golf at TPC Sawgrass, April 23rd. Join me for fine cuisine from chefs from the top golf clubs in our area. Craft cocktails, games, and unique auction items will be present. This is one of the most impactful charitable events in our area. Come network with a sophisticated audience who's passionate about golf and its values, while impacting the youth in our community. All proceeds benefit First Tee, North Florida. For tickets, go to tasteofgolf.com. Come on, somebody.
Hi, I'm Malcolm Anthony. Have you been charged with a crime? You don't have to face it alone. I'm here for you. Stay out of trouble, but if you don't, call me. 285-4LAW. That's 285-4LAW in the 904.
Say goodbye to glasses and contacts with customized vision treatments at Bowden Eye & Associates. Hey, Hicken here. Dr. Bowden and his expert team bring you all the latest options like Evo implantable Coliber lenses, refractive lens exchange, or traditional LASIK. Tailored just for you. Imagine waking up to clear vision. No hassle, no fuss. You ready to see the difference? Call now or visit BowdenEye.com for a free screening. Bowden Eye & Associates, keeping the First Coast focused.
Ackerman Cancer Center, celebrating 10 years of excellence in cancer screening, diagnosis, and treatment. Always accepting new patients and 99% of all insurances. Call now to schedule a new consultation within 48 hours. Learn more at ackermancancercenter.com.
It's Molly McDonald with your 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Local Sports Update, brought to you by Surf into Summer Camp. Following the Florida Gators men's basketball big winning season, Xavier Lee, a standout point guard from Princeton, has officially committed to the Florida Gators for his final year of college eligibility. Lee, a two-time first-team All-Ivy League selection, was one of the most sought-after players in the transfer portal. The Jacksonville University Dolphins baseball team is set to begin their ASUN Conference Weekend Series against FGCU starting tonight at the John Sessions Stadium. The Dolphins entered the series with a 9-6 mark in ASUN play. First pitch is set for 7 o'clock. After securing their first SEC Series win this season, the Florida Gators get ready to begin their weekend series up in Starkville, taking on Mississippi State tomorrow night at 8. Hear the game live on 10:10 a.m. It's 55 degrees at 7:02. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
Mike Wilmer.
popping bands. Yes, sir! Who's this, Yeezy?
Juicy J.
Juicy J?
Yeah.
Send him Juicy.
Hi, Juicy.
This is our Ovi song.
Welcome to the program, Juicy.
Well, we're about a week away from the draft. It's time for me to just do a complete about face and put my foot down on something that's been accepted. As I've now determined I've tried to talk my way into and around it. I don't want.
What's that?
I don't want Mason Graham in a defensive tackle with the 5th pick.
Oh.
I don't.
It's coming out of nowhere.
Not going to die if that's where they go. It feels like settling to me. Because I'm thinking in my head, you know what? If the best player was available at every position,
yes,
when you picked,
yes,
you'd go way down the list before you went defensive tackle. If the best corner was available, you'd take him. If the best receiver was available, you'd take him. If the best rush in was available, you'd take him.
Well, it's funny that you bring that up, Jeff, because I feel like I'm somewhat excited about our Dream Finders Homes poll question of the day. Yeah, brought to you by the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Gators, and the PGA Tour. Dream Finders Homes is everywhere. They offer a 4.99% fixed interest rate right now, 15 different locations.
15 of them things.
Yeah, all over Jacksonville. So especially first-time homeowners. Go to dreamfindershomes.com. You'll get all your information. You can navigate through. They'll help you. They're great. Here's my question.
Okay.
And this is along your lines of your proclamation.
Wow. Well, there's maybe something in the air.
I mean, you didn't tell Jake that you didn't want Mason Graham last week.
No. Jake's a big boy. Seem to like Mason. I'm cool with it. I'm not saying I'm going to die if he comes here. I'm not. But I wouldn't pick him.
All right. If you could have any of these 5th overall picks for the Jags this year, which one would you choose? These were actual fifth overall picks.
And by the way, this is an interesting wrench to throw in. It could be where some of these positions, like you know, some years the best offensive tackle is a lot better than the best one is this year. Okay.
So the 5 are Junior Seau.
Okay.
Dion.
Okay.
LaDainian Tomlinson. Mm-hmm. Sean Taylor.
Oof. I got a good. I mean, I'm. That's it's an easy one for me.
It's easy.
Yeah.
Why?
Easy.
Okay.
For me, those are all great players.
Yeah.
I'm taking Dion.
Taking Dion.
1,000,000%.
Wow. How about you, E?
Bruh. This is tough. This is probably one of the best ones.
Thank you, friend.
Go through those players again. Junior Seau.
These are all actual 5th overall picks.
Junior Seau.
Junior Seau, Pro Bowl lineman.
What Super Bowl teams was he on? Did he lead?
He played in one.
He did?
Yes,
did they win?
With the San Diego? No, they lost to the Niners.
And LaDainian Tomlinson, a great running back.
He didn't get any.
And they were really good when he was there, right? They were a 1 seed a number of times.
But he was
Sean Taylor,
really
a hard-hitting, hell of a player, career cut short.
Yeah.
Probably didn't go to the playoffs as a Redskin at the time.
Don't know. But really talented.
And then I got Dion.
Yeah.
Who's the Pied Piper of winning.
Oh, he didn't win in Atlanta.
Well, yes, he did. He went to a crappy football team, and by the time he left, they were a playoff team winning playoff games.
All right. He won in Dallas and
like championships there, and then
he won in Dallas. He won in Dallas when Aikman and Emmett.
I hear you.
Yeah. He won in San Francisco when Rice and
arguably the best corner of all time.
So
probably not.
Was he?
He's part creation.
Did he cherry pick his teams to go to super? Like
maybe
we talked about Jalen Ramsey yesterday. Maybe Jalen should just go find who's the favorite. I'm going to Buffalo.
When he went from was it San Francisco to Dallas? Was that the order?
I forget.
Okay.
Yeah, San Francisco to Dallas.
Okay. When he did that, he wasn't cherry picking. He was the most sought after free agent on the market. He chose. That was more like Durant choosing Golden State than it was.
Yeah.
Cherry picking the title.
Listen,
and he had won one, hadn't he, with San Francisco already?
That's a minor criticism.
Yeah,
of He's a great player.
That's just
anything away from him.
What he could add to this. It'd be like,
That's
drafting a proven Travis Hunter.
You can pick your pick.
Would you take Travis Hunter this year if you had the pick?
Or Abdul Carter, or would I take Travis Hunter?
Would you take if you had the pick? If you had the number one pick, you could take anybody on the board. Who would you take? Yeah. That's what I started with today.
I probably would take the Penn State kid.
Yeah, you take the edge rusher. I would take Travis Hunter.
Okay.
But either way.
Sean Taylor. That's my vote.
Okay.
For the 5th?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a great player.
Yeah. I can't, Safety's just, I need something more play to play.
We have over 300 votes right now. Dion is the runaway leader, 53.3, but Sean Taylor is second, 19.7.
A lot of love and well-deserved. That guy was a baller, man.
LaDainian Tomlinson is third, and Junior Seau, 9.1%.
You're talking about Hall of Famers all.
Yeah, it's hard to go wrong.
You're not going wrong. You can't go.
Okay, let's approach it this way.
Yeah.
Which of these four would help this team the most right now?
Yeah, and I
because I kind of
all of the above.
I know, but I kind of want to say LaDainian Tomlinson.
Yeah, well, yeah. I just.
A 3 down back in there.
Think about that.
No,
man.
and you're getting them.
And if that's Ashton Genty,
I will say, I think if I'm ranking those players, it's Dion and their impact and their it's Dion and LT's 2 to me. Again, I'm a sucker for guys that have production and show measurable stats.
We need a corner.
We do.
I'm not against.
But they did. There is this on the corner. While our needs, both media and fan, may differ from the vision there, but some of the stuff that Jarian Jones has said, and the order's pretty set. It's Jones and Campbell outside, and Lewis is the slot.
You think?
Yes.
Positive?
I'm going by what Jarian Jones thinks and what he said he thinks, and the conversations he's had with them, and the immediate.
I'm not positive about
agreement.
that.
And that's what according to him, what he wanted to play all last year. He did what he was asked. He was primarily an outside corner at FSU, almost exclusively.
Mm-hmm.
This is a tough one. This is a good one.
He wants to play outside. And so you got a guy who's already a veteran proven slot. Why put him outside and risk it being a disaster? Move the young guy out there and listen, we want those guys with a dog in him.
Who?
Jarian Jones feels like he's got that dog in him.
Absolutely.
We need more of that. So
he showed me that against Houston. Yeah, he had a dog.
Yeah.
Junior had 56.5 sacks, 18 interceptions.
He's an
11
incredible
forced
player.
Fumbles, 18 fumble recoveries.
Incredible player. One of the best linebackers of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I just, it is hard. You try and come up with arguments for and against, and you can or can't do this with certain position. At the end of the day, the greats, doesn't matter what position, they all get theirs. You can say, well, do linebackers lose the title? How did Urlacher do? Well, Ray Lewis did okay.
Right.
It's
a
hard
team
to
game.
pick. Right.
It's a team game.
Again, I think the team that has gotten, I'm stopping the chow line of Chargers to the daggum hall, man. Rivers can't go. He cannot go. You got LT and you got Antonio Gage. You got Hall of Famers all around and top seats. You can't even go to a Super Bowl. Yeah, no. Rivers, you cannot go into the hall, man. You had a great team. You couldn't take him anywhere. And he's kind of known as a fiery leader. I guess the whole Peyton Tom Brady thing hurt. Made it a little tougher.
Made it tough.
But still, man, you got to win one. It's like Josh Allen with Buffalo kind of, isn't it? Great teams every year and can't get past whatever hurdle it is.
Yeah. Got to get past it.
To at least make a Super Bowl. I know if you go and you lose, ask Falcon fan, it doesn't feel like much. But, man, as a player, you got to at least get to one, don't you?
Yeah.
You have to. If you're a great quarterback, I'm sorry. I will almost say this. You can't go into the hall if you go to one. You don't have to win it even.
As a quarterback?
Yes. You got to be good enough to take a team to the Super Bowl. If you are an elite at that position, the most. Just go. You can lose. And has there been a great who didn't?
That's what I was wondering.
Who? Is Rivers the best that never went to a Super Bowl? It's hard to find. Fouts never went to one. That would probably be him.
That'd be him.
But Marino.
Danny Marino?
He went. Yeah, he went. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he went.
I bet you're not going to find many that didn't go to Super Bowls. And most of them win Super Bowls, by the way. I'm going to at least give you the out of going to one. That's why Matt Ryan gets big. To me, Matt Ryan and Phillip Rivers are a mile apart. Most people would lump them in the exact same spot. You finding anyone? No.
I'm looking.
Yeah.
But here we go.
How far down?
I got the top 10 who never reached. Warren Moon.
Okay.
Incredible numbers.
Yeah. Very big numbers.
Jim Hart.
Oh, there you go. List over. We're
John Brody.
Number 2, we're at Jim Hart. That shows
this
you.
Is number
if
10
you're
down.
Phillip
Rivers, Dave Craig, Mark Brunell.
Good for Mark.
On the list.
Mark actually went, but he wasn't as a starter.
Oh, yeah. Bernie Kosar.
Yeah.
Randall Cunningham.
Interesting that, and by the way, this list would tell you that Phil Rivers got no shot at the Hall of Fame.
Sonny Jurgensen.
Yeah, see, it's not. If you're a great
Warren Moon.
if you're a great quarterback, you at least go to a Super Bowl. Almost. Not. I mean, there have been thousands of quarterbacks. We're going to have like 3 guys that we would consider to be.
Honorable mention, Vinny Testaverde, Peachtree Bart, Bobby Hebert, Dan Pastorini, Jake Plummer.
Yeah.
Number 1, Dan Fouts.
Yeah. Yeah, Fouts, and really there's.
Yeah, most of them go.
Yeah, most of them at least go. So
At least go.
I don't know. We just stumbled into that, I suppose.
Oh, Philip.
Philip taking strays, man.
Philip may not go.
You did your little exercise yesterday that was fun. Whose list were you looking at? Was it Field? Yeah. What? Remember we corresponded where the Jags picked to the number that the prospect was?
Yes.
That wasn't Jordan. Jordan Reed's is new, right?
I did Miller's.
Yeah. Jordan Reed has the same thing. I like that. I like to see what prospects are there at the number that the Jaguars picked. So Reed has a new 350 ranking. Friend of the program, Jordan Reed. And so at some point this morning, we can do the little, stick the pins in the map there and correspond some of those potential selections. At the end of the day, there are enough at least somewhat major needs that there's not enough draft picks to address them, not high ones. You better hit mid to late round if you're expecting, And I will say this, a much-needed total fresh perspective down there. I promise you, the pessimism and the that looms with the Jags fan base has been well earned through years and years and years of struggle. They don't feel that down there. They don't look at young players as not having, their ceilings on the players they're looking at are probably a lot different than ours are. Guys like Mason Smith, Jarian Jones in particular.
I get the feeling they're a confident group. I mean,
I think they think they're better than we think they are.
Gladstone is a confident guy.
Yeah. We'll get this done. It ain't rocket science. It's football.
I don't want to sit here and say, because we ain't picking, but our job is to kind of look at what they do and see what happens.
Sure.
And the fans.
And it's a great.
What we all do.
You only get
a fun thing to do.
It's so funny that they say you never get a second chance to make a first impression is the cliche, right?
Yeah.
But when it comes to this, you never get another chance to have such a long window of evaluation on your first impression. You got to wait and see how it plays out. We can love or hate the draft to death the day after it occurs, but until they play the football season coming up, you're not going to know.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll I'm ready for it to be here, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it to be here. I'm ready for it to get over with.
Yeah.
I'm ready to see what 10 guys, what 8 guys, what 12 guys,
week away now.
What we wheel and deal on, and wish them, man. Like I said, it's a hugely important draft. It's a hugely important draft. I want to make one more comment. I heard you talking about Tiger and the Masters, and you didn't want to close the door on him. So I'm willing to give you right now $1,000 if Tiger Woods ever wins another Masters. If you give me $100, if he doesn't,
I'll 50. I'll do 50 for 1,000.
No.
Yeah. Well, there you go. So you believe too, then?
No.
Well, if you don't believe, you take 50 for 100. If there's no way he can win.
No, I'm just trying to keep it real. I mean, it's got to be worth my while to invest in it. That's all.
Well, it's not.
It's an easy 100 for me. He can't because I think he can conjure up a 68.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
He can't do it 4 days in a row.
Well, I don't. Yeah, I don't. We'll see.
The body just won't.
I would say that about any and every other player who's ever played. I will not say that.
You know what I think?
Until he's in the coffin, probably. If they put him in a coffin, I'll lose the bet. So I shouldn't make it. It's unlosable.
I think he's closer.
I love you. Tiger's going to outlive you. When will I ever pay? I mean, it sounds like kind of a free. It'd have to be within a parameter. It'd have to be like in the next, certain amount of years. I don't want to date you, friend. But
I'm only 12 years older
than Tiger.
Yeah, you never know.
And the way that guy drives.
Yeah. I just don't see it.
And I guess I wasn't clear enough. This isn't a prediction.
Yeah.
This is why I could have gone to anybody 10 years ago and said, will Fred Couples ever break par in a round at the Masters? And I would have gotten 1,000% no.
I think Tiger's closer to hitting the ceremonial first shot with Jack. And
I will remind everyone that in the middle of all
than he is conjuring up a 4-day. I mean, he can't.
Yeah, no, that
even
now
he had 2 surgeries this year.
But we got to totally hit the brakes on. He's closer to Jack ceremonial than these guys. That's ridiculous.
Well, I think he could retire. Just I can't do it anymore.
Well, and
that's what I'm saying.
That may be true, but you got to go all the way back to 2024 to find the last time Tiger made the cut at Augusta 1 year ago. In the middle of all these surgeries, in the worst physical shape probably of any trip he's ever made there. So again, not a prediction that Tiger's going to win. We can drop it and let it go, but it is amazing that tournament more than any other, maybe it's because they allow the old guys to come back. If you allow these old guys to play every PGA Tour event, maybe one of these 60-year-olds would win one week.
Yeah.
But the Masters as prior champions, you're allowed that opportunity, and most events aren't going to do that.
Yeah. And the other thing is, he's a Tiger made the cut. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
16 over.
Well, but only that's because his third round was an 80. That's why that happened.
DAL.
He ran out of.
He was DAL.
Again, he's gonna have. He'll have to be in a lot better physical condition than he is now and was last year.
Yeah.
And can that even happen?
I don't think that can happen.
It probably can.
Yeah. All right, we'll take a break. We'll get it rolling here. This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Downtime with Dan is serviced by the local family-owned company for home comfort and your statewide mechanical partner for the biggest projects, Lloyd's Heating and Air.
Hey, first off, congrats to one of my favorite Seminoles, sort of an oxymoron of all time, Charlie Ward, who's got a new gig. He's the head coach at Florida A&M basketball. But let me take it another layer here and ask you this question. Should FSU have considered him for the job? And somebody say, well, what do you mean, Danny? Luke Laux is the guy they picked. Luke Laux is NBA assistant. Charlie Ward spent 3 years as an NBA assistant in Houston, so he's done the same things. He knows the area. He's lived here his whole life, except for when he was playing in the association. I just wonder, and I don't know enough about it, but I'll just throw it out there. Like, they sort of missed the boat on Dion, and I'm wondering if they missed the boat again on the basketball side. Just raising that question in Downtime.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Launch the downloads.
Join the 1010XL podcast network.
And initiate sequence.
Now you can find all your favorite 1010XL podcasts in your platform of choice.
Jeff Prosser here for Lloyd's Heating and Air. Need a leader for commercial, retail, multifamily, or hospitality projects, or top-tier residential service? No gimmicks, no mascots, just real expertise and hard work. As your trusted statewide mechanical partner and local family-owned team, Lloyd's is the name Northeast Florida counts on. Visit LloydsHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
Hey, get ready for the best prices ever in all diamond stud earrings and all tennis bracelets at Beards Diamonds. Listen up. We got a big one for you starting on Monday. 7 days, April 21 through 27. Listen to this, man. 40% off. Yeah, 40% off diamond stud earrings and all diamond tennis bracelets. Beards' most ambitious sale ever. And by the way, Beards beats everyone anyway. Locally owned Beards. Yeah, that's right. Locally owned. Always beats the big corporate store prices. But we're going to take it to a whole new level. Starting Monday, all diamond stud earrings, all tennis bracelets on sale. Best prices ever. You get a 1-carat pair of stud. You get a 10-carat pair. All sizes are available. You save up to 40% all diamond studs, all diamond tennis bracelets. Just next week, though, 7 days only, April 21 through 27, and only at Beards Diamonds. It's at the St. John's Town Center. That's at the St. John's Town Center. Shop local. Gang, shop Beards.
Are you ready to step up to luxury?
Check out the power of our exciting 2025 lineup, including the Lyric, IQ, Optique, and the stunning Vistique.
With over 15 electric Cadillacs in stock and more on the way, it's the perfect time to trade in your Tesla and embrace luxury with a twist.
At Randy Marion, there are no tariffs. So visit Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville, and see why our electric lineup turns heads.
Don't miss out. Drive Cadillac, electric or gas. We have both. Plus tax tag title $9.99 admin fee and resist all on approved credit.
1010XL's draft previews are brought to you by Big Brothers Big Sisters of Northeast Florida. Be a big.
If Liam Cohen is looking to replicate what he had in Tampa Bay with a pair of talented receivers, the 6'4" Ted McMillan would be amazing to pair with Brian Thomas Jr. McMillan is a possession receiver with the size and ball skills to create big wins deep. He also has a knack for adjusting his routes and working back on throws, which would certainly make Trevor Lawrence's job a whole lot easier.
For over 5 decades, a true American band. This is America. Encore Tour 2025, an unforgettable evening with America. April 23rd, Florida Theater. On sale now at floridatheater.com. America, live in concert. Produced by Outback Presents.
Let AA Automotive and 1010XL guide you through the off-season. Who are Jacksonville's top prospects?
I know these players.
Listen for draft previews brought to you by Big Brothers Big Sisters of Northeast Florida and Hurricane Grill and Wings.
When it comes to towing products, your safety is the priority at Cannons of Jacksonville. Cannons has decades of experience to ensure your towing setup is installed with precision and reliability. Visit cannonsofjacks.com, your trusted partner for a smoother tow.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
At Performance Painting, we've spent decades protecting commercial properties with durable, long-lasting coatings. And we can bring the same expertise when painting the exterior of your home. With industry-leading materials and a proven process, we extend the life of your home, reducing maintenance costs and preserving its value. Now, for a limited time, save $500 when you hire us to paint your home's exterior. Just mention 1010XL. Go to performancepainting.com to schedule a friendly estimate. Performance Painting. Repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting.
Hey, Hicken here, or just call me Dreamfinders Danny. For a limited time to ring in the new year, Dreamfinders Homes is offering an amazing 4.99% fixed interest rate. Now's your chance to lock down that rate and get in the game. You heard me right. It's 4.99 fixed interest rate on select move-in ready homes. Visit dreamfindershomes.com for sales event information and get in the game. Interest rate available on select move-in ready homes. Restrictions and limitations apply. Go to dreamfindershomes.com for more details.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by
Advanced Business Solutions.
your local authorized Xerox dealer on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, we got sports concepts. We got sports rationalizations. It's called the 10-minute drill. After the drill, we like to hand out a prize pack. And I think you can do some magic today.
Yes, sir. I can do a little bit of magic.
You can do magic.
I got the iconic classic rock favorite, America.
America.
They're live at the Florida Theater, April 23rd.
the desert on a horse with no name.
Ventura Highway.
By the way, little fun fact. You ready?
Yeah.
Take it back to you. Fun fact from the college dorms. Horse with no name. Easiest starter song that a guitar player could play. I could teach E.T. could play Horse with No Name in 5 minutes if we brought a guitar in here. It's literally that easy. I could teach you.
I thought it was Proud Mary. Proud Mary's pretty easy. It's like one chord, then another chord, then another chord.
Okay, you're already past the number of chords in Horse with No Name.
Okay.
You just do the first and fourth string,
yeah,
and then the second and third string, and then the first and fourth string, and then over and over for 10 minutes until the song's gone.
Well, it's a hell of a song, and you can go see him at the end of the drill, right?
Yeah, well, at the end of the drill, I'm going to give you some tickets. And the concert is April 23rd, so hit me up at the end of the 10-minute drill to win them tickets. Holla at your boy.
Thank you, my friend. Lots of stuff going on in the world of sports. Nico looks like he's headed to UCLA.
Pay cut, shouty.
Yes, terrific. By the way,
they're the only one that would take him, apparently.
Colin Cowherd. I mean, sometimes.
What did he do now?
He's just
man?
an idiot.
He is.
He is a polarizing dude, isn't he?
I am told moments ago Nico is going to UCLA. Family still claims it's not about the dollars. It's about the Vols football offense. I was not told what the Bruins are paying.
Come on, not about the dollars. Give me a break.
They want it for so the family storyline now is that the Tennessee quarterbacks don't make it in the NFL.
Okay.
So, well, okay, hypo quarterbacks with the offense. But
the UCLA quarterbacks are tearing it up, though.
Let me tell you something. If I was, I mean, Troy Aikman,
DTR, Troy
Aikman,
Cade McNown,
Cade McNown,
Vince Ferragamo. Is he UCLA? He was, wasn't he? No,
I don't think so. I thought he was. Was he Nebraska?
Right.
I don't know.
Oh, I think you are right. I think it was Nebraska.
But anyway, so I mean, come on, man. Don't put that stuff because you talk to the family and the family's trying to give you the spin, or just say, I talked to the family. They still say, I don't believe them. But, I mean, of course it was about the money. And by the way, if I was a college quarterback, I'd love to play in Heupel's offense. And by the way, again, I have never seen a kid miss more verticals than this kid did last year. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I had guys running wide open, straight line down the field, the easiest throw a quarterback can make, and he would miss them. So, anyway, neither here nor there. I don't know if he's already locked into UCLA or not. I don't know if it's happened. I know he ain't going to be making no $2.4 million.
No, he'll take a pay cut. Good on you.
Good.
I mean, listen, we keep repeating the same storyline.
And it's an embarrassing, humiliating moment for the kid, and it's mainly because of his dad. And he's in a tough spot.
Yeah.
So,
he's a 20-year-old man. I'm not giving his dad anything at some point. If you're going to be a quarterback on my team, you can't stand up to your helicopter father. It's
awful
1,000
hard,
miles away.
It's awful hard.
Give me a chance to try at least. Look, we've summed it up 1,000 times and ad nauseum, both locally, nationally, anywhere between. But you continue to point out good points and put it in perspective.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to stop right now. We need to have a government shutdown of college football. We got to go back to the drawing board and put some sort of parameters. It is so there's not a professional athlete in the world that has the freedom and cash flow of college athletes. And I thought Van Pelt put it perfectly this morning.
Mm-hmm. It's actually last night, by the way.
Correct.
It's on tape when you watch it.
Well, no, actually there was a late game, and then first error was like 12:40, so it was this morning. See what you did? It would be like this. The Broncos sign Evan Ingram in free agency.
Mm-hmm.
He goes to mini camps and he goes to the offseason. And then when they report for training camp, Evan Ingram decides, no, I'm going to go be a free agent again. And he goes and signs with somewhere else.
Yeah.
Not only do they get to do free agency every year, which no pro athlete gets to do, they get to do it twice.
Yeah.
They can do it right after the season, see what happens, and then do it again. And he was relating around the story. Did you see the story of the there's a tight end at Ball State was the best guy in the transfer portal.
Yeah.
He chose Wisconsin. He went to Wisconsin. He went through spring practice, and yesterday went back in the portal.
Yeah, I don't like it here.
Andy Jean, the receiver from Florida, left Florida, went to where did he go? I don't remember where. Louisville, where did he go?
Pitt, I don't know.
One of those
no
teams.
One knows.
But he went through spring, and guess what he just did? Back in the portal. You shouldn't be allowed to do that.
Nah.
Teams have plans, too. It's not just about some selfish desire to control you.
By the way,
they got to try and run a program.
Now, did they promise you things and not deliver?
Doesn't matter. Then sign something. Did they pay you? And if you took it, then deal done.
I'll take it to another level. I feel bad. And one of our guys here locally is Matt Driscoll. We love Coach Driscoll. He's a good dude, UNF basketball coach. He's, been around a long time. Just a real nice guy. Loves sports. Just a real good dude. So last year he had that Chaz Lanier kid who he, signed, developed, turned into a great player. He goes to Tennessee. Hard to blame the kid. He got bag, right? Got to go to his home state.
Got to go to a Final Four.
Yeah. No, he didn't.
Or Elite Eight. Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody goes to Final Four if you wear the Tennessee orange.
That's fair.
That.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay. So then, UNF had a great start. They ended up not winning the conference tournament. And so then but they had some good players. Well, I guess this offseason, Josiah Miles plays for UNF, Indiana. Liam Murphy, Purdue. Jalen Smith, East Tennessee State.
Yeah, those are, Purdue and Indiana are Big Ten programs.
Yeah, you can't keep them.
Right. What am I, your minor league?
Yeah, I'm your developer.
How about this?
I'm AAA.
Let's put another parameter on it.
Uh-huh.
How about a buyout? Yeah, you can come here. I'll pay you $2 million. If you leave, you pay it all back. Let's put buyouts like coaches have.
Well, how about the Power Fives give the mid-majors some money too?
For sure. When they take a player, you got to pay him, and whatever you pay him, you have to pay the school you're taking him from.
Yeah, how about
Let's
that?
put some reality. These aren't hard, and they're not unfair.
It's not unfair.
All these hold up in court. Do something.
We just want to.
How long are we going to sit in this ridiculous cycle?
Why do we go from one extreme to the other? Why can't we just be
way
common
beyond
sense?
extreme?
Just use some common sense. Look, I was railing about coaches because I know these a lot of coaches, and I get it. I was railing about it. I said it when I go back to Joe Paterno, okay? And I said, you know what? You got a problem when you give a college football coach more power than a university president. You can't do that stuff. And then the salaries got out of whack. And these guys, they just took it. They took it, and they acted like they were the kings of the schools. And now they're getting theirs. But, and
there's always someone this could have been the ultimate message sent. And I don't care if there has to be a victim of, there's not blackballing. You had a spot you agreed to. If you leave, there's nobody blackballing if they don't want to touch you because of who you are and how you act. They were so close. There's always one desperate, though, that won't play along.
Yeah.
UCLA should say no. They should say no. Their fans should say no. And this guy should have to be carry the cross for this era of where it finally broke the back.
Yeah.
Nico, congratulations. You're not the best college football player that's come along. You're maybe not even the most egregious, but you're the one that broke it all.
Yeah.
And no one's going to touch you. Go have fun at McNeese or wherever.
Before we go to break and give out the prize pack, E, do you have time for the Dan Hicken stat of the day?
Oh, I'm always make time for the Dan Hicken stat of the day, my boy.
Thank you, my friend.
I just appreciate you setting me up like that.
That's what I try to do.
His name is Hicken. He's an information revelation. It's Dan Hicken, stat of the day.
Thank you, Balls. Take you back to the Masters for a second. Everybody said, hey, look at the shots Rory made on the back nine on Sunday. That's incredible, but it's not that big a deal because he's Rory. So we'll add some context. In his entire career, Jeff Prosser, Rory McIlroy's had 355 instances where he faced 3 approach shots from 165 to 212 yards to the hole.
In one round?
355 instances where he faced 3 approach shots in a row.
Oh, in a row. Okay.
From 165.
I was going to say, that doesn't sound right.
From 165 to 212.
Okay.
Not once.
That's an odd range.
Well, that was what he faced.
Okay.
Sunday. Not once did he hit all 3 shots inside 9 feet. Not once.
No, no one
Sunday.
would. Yeah, Tiger wouldn't do that either.
In those 300,
it's really close.
In those 355 instances, he hit 2 out of 3 shots inside 9 feet 4 times.
Yeah, this all sounds perfectly reasonable.
In the final round of the Masters, with a career slam on the line, he hit 1, 9, 6, and 2. So 3 shots in that situation, off the charts good. Right?
Well, yeah, for sure.
Also looked at the instances where he had 3 approach shots in a row from 150 to 200 yards, 720 times. Not one time did he hit all 3 inside 9 feet. Not once.
I want to add this for perspective to what you're saying.
So that was 15, 16, and 17 on Sunday at the Masters.
Right. And it was something to marvel.
Those were incredible shots.
Made one of the 3 putts, did he?
Yeah. 15 he didn't.
17 he did because it was a foot.
17 he did. 16 he didn't.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he didn't.
No,
yeah.
Well. And I want to say this for perspective. I think this is more just the incredible. It's a lottery to hit 3 balls in a row from 65 to 212 to within 9 feet.
Yeah.
That is the lottery.
Yeah.
The average, every pro PGA golfer plays every tournament all year long.
Right.
You take every PGA Tour pro shot from 100 yards.
Yeah.
The average distance in a PGA Tour season is 18 feet.
Yeah.
From 100.
Yeah.
So I know we think they're magicians and they throw darts.
Yeah.
They do not throw the ball 5-10 feet from the hole at all. They just make all the putts.
Right.
So to hit 3 in a row from 165 to 212 within 9 feet,
by the way,
is stupid.
And by the way, that one on 15, it wasn't like it was a
no.
stretch.
Half of those were. And by the way, two of those were within 3 feet.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the 9 foot is only because of the one on 16 that kind of spun to the back of the green a little bit.
Heck of a shot.
Yeah, the heck of a shot, though.
All right, 641-1010, come courteous, come correct. Doc Murphy on deck. E, what do we got?
I got a pair of tickets to go see America's
Venture
rock favorite,
Highway.
America. This is a live concert going down at the
Bring your
Florida
guitar
Theater.
and play
April
along to A Horse with No Name.
April 23rd is going down. Holla at me right now, 904-641-1010.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios, Jeff Prosser.
I'm cranky in the morning. I'm grouchy in the afternoon. I'm moody at night. I'm like miserable.
Dan Hicken.
Okay, are you done now? Huh?
The Drill.
You two got a lot in common.
Mornings on 1010XL.
And I wear bikini briefs.
Hey guys, it's that time of year again. A home team is looking for new players on the field, and you're looking to get that old car or truck out of your driveway. I can help. This is John Johnson over at First Coast Recycling. We buy junk cars. Draft us to buy your old car or truck for fast cash. Just call 904-294-1659 for a quick and easy quote from First Coast Recyclers. Come on, let's take your driveway back.
Hey, Hicken here from my friends at Beaches Dermatology. Beaches Dermatology include Doctors Boudreaux, Dr. Metz, Dr. Fader does the Mohs surgery, and a bunch of locations to serve you. And they want to remind you to take care of your skin, man. Protect that skin at all costs. Here in the Sunshine State, man, if you're playing golf, put on a hat. Maybe a long sleeve dry fit. Don't be afraid. A little sunscreen here or there. Keep yourself protected from that demon sun that burns here in the Sunshine State. But if something does show up, go online. That's the best way to do it. Make an appointment to the location that best serves you. BeachesDermatology.com. Very easy. BeachesDermatology.com. They'll take care of you. Do not wait. Get it checked out. Get a little peace of mind and move on. Go online at BeachesDermatology.com.
If you suffer from constant burning, tingling, or numbness in your hands or feet, it could be a serious condition called neuropathy. I'm Dr. Nathan Riddle, DC with Riddle Wellness in Ponte Vedra. Neuropathy is treatable, and we have seen great results by using state-of-the-art, non-invasive therapies to target damaged nerves, reduce symptoms, and improve nerve function. Call 904-395-5598 to schedule your free consultation today and learn how you can live pain-free. Call 904-395-5598.
At Diamonds Direct, we believe luxury is an experience and not a price tag. Luxury is expert guidance. It's the selection of 10 jewelry stores under one roof. It's saving time on endless comparison shopping, and you'll only find this experience at Diamonds Direct. Our luxury showroom has it all backed by our lifetime warranties and our signature best price guarantee. Diamonds Direct is the perfect combination of luxury and value, so you don't ever have to compromise. Learn more at diamondsdirect.com. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 4-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year, and right now make over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost for the books and the course fees, about $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org, and you can apply there.
Apply by May 15th.
Mia O'Brien.
Don't I know you from somewhere?
On Helmets and Heels, noon to 2.
I swear to you, I know her.
Then there's the 1010XL video and social media channels.
I would know her voice anywhere.
All Things Mia is driven by Arlington Toyota.
On 1010XL.
Beat the spring cleaning rush with big savings and priority booking by calling our heroes at Zero Res. This month, get Zero Resified from Jacksonville's #1 carpet cleaner. You'll get 25% off all cleaning services. That's right, 25% off. Check out 8,000 raving customer reviews if you don't believe me online. Call them, 904-287-5727, or visit their website, ZeroResJacksonville.com. Zero Res, spell it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res. Interested in a unique date night? Gibby here. I took my wife Nikki to Wick a Candle Bar. She made her own custom candle right there in the store. Shop local at Wick a Candle Bar. Locations in San Marco and Jacks Beach.
Hi, this is Lisa the Botanista with a special invitation. Are you tired of scrolling through other people's boating adventures? Are you sick of liking your friends' posts out of jealousy when you see them on the water? Are you finally ready to cure the FOMO for Florida's greatest pastime, boating? Then I'd like to invite you to visit the Freedom Boat Club at the boat show and see what this boating made simple is all about. We handle the cleaning, maintenance, storage, and all the hassles of an entire fleet in Jacksonville, Jacksonville Beach, and St. Augustine. You join the club and use the boats whenever you want. You can also go boating at over 350 locations across the U.S., Canada, and Europe. From water sports and cruising to inshore and offshore fishing, we've got you covered. We even include unlimited one-on-one water training for every membership, so you gain the confidence you need at the helm to have fun. See us at the boat show this month to learn about boating made simple and receive a special discount on membership and start creating your own memories on the water. Visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
1010XL's draft previews are brought to you by Hurricane Grill and Wings.
Mason Graham from Michigan has been a player many have connected to Jacksonville in this year's draft. Graham provides activity, effort, strength, and quickness, with the first step that makes the defensive tackle's interior disruption inevitable. And although he doesn't have the freakish size, length, or athleticism that others might offer, he is tough, consistent, and productive. And that's what the Teal and Black need inside.
DUI, BUI, don't stress. Call me Malcolm Anthony at 285-4LAW. That's 285-4LAW for Malcolm Anthony.
After Sunday service, Easter dinner, and the egg hunt, this Easter, bring the family in to hunt for a new ride from Arlington Toyota. That's right, from 2 p.m. through 8 p.m. on Easter Sunday, you can finish off your day by driving home a brand new ride from Arlington. New Toyotas, certified pre-owned Toyotas, premium pre-owned vehicles of all makes and models. It's all at Arlington, ready to fill your Easter basket. Sales open Easter Sunday from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Shop in person on Atlantic Boulevard, just quarter mile east of 295, or online anytime at arlingtontoyota.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists is not affiliated with the NFL or the Jacksonville Jaguars. Discussion regarding injuries is solely based on opinion. Coming up, the weekly Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Medical Report featuring Dr. Kevin Murphy, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon specializing in sports medicine, upper extremities, and arthroscopy of the shoulders and knees. Dr. Murphy is a nationally and internationally recognized orthopedic expert. He's a former orthopedic consultant to the White House and the Pentagon, and currently serves as head team physician for UNF, the Jacksonville Icemen, and Northeast Florida area high schools.
Oh! He used to play bass for the Dropkick Murphys. Transferred into the world of medicine, doing quite well. You had long hair back then, didn't you, Doc? Doc, did you ever have long hair?
Oh, man.
Come on.
When I got out of the Army.
Yeah.
In 07?
Yeah.
Yeah, 07.
You let it grow?
I tried. Well, as soon as it touches
Got
my
to be
ears.
about my length, Doc?
Yeah, about Jeff's length. When it just touches your ears, that was just driving me nuts.
What about
as a teenager?
As a teenager, when you were, did you ever have a rebellious time?
He's more of a flat top guy.
Yeah, and in high school, my hair was longer.
You did have long hair.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Earrings too, Doc, or no?
Never had an earring.
What did Papa Murphy say?
How did he like that hair? High and tight, he said, or he
never
didn't
really
care?
commented about the hair.
Did he ever say anything? Have you ever heard from your
It wasn't crazy long.
Did your dad ever talk to you at all? Did you hear? Yeah, okay.
He did.
Doc, I had a bush, curly hair.
Like an afro.
Like an afro. Yeah. And
like he could put a pick in his hair like back in the 70s. Would have fit right in. Yeah.
My dad would say, Daniel, it's time for a haircut. I'm not getting a haircut, Dad. Daniel. My dad was a big dude. He was get in the car. I would sit I said, all right, but I'm sitting in the back seat in protest. He would drive me to the barber shop.
That's there is not a more time-tested, hard-fought, emotional battle in society than dads and kids and haircuts.
It's one thing
Why do they hate them so much?
I don't know.
My kids today wear their hair too long.
But we think...
It annoys me.
Well, my kids in high school look like me.
Yeah.
Hair-wise.
Yeah.
They had their hair really short.
Yeah.
We think, and usually rightfully so, they look stupid.
Yes.
As we get older.
I do.
But when we're younger, we don't know.
Whatever.
Like, my kid's got the lettuce flowing. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Well,
I'm thankful for the schools that make them get it cut so I don't have to deal with it.
Any of the young kids who come into my office and that are listening, they know I harass them about that.
And if there's anyone out there that...
I always invite them to go to my barber when they're on their way out.
If there's anybody out there listening, you haven't picked up the total vibe here, we'll just end with, get off our lawn!
The Chicago Cubs lost a pitcher
Not a belly itcher.
Season-ending surgery to repair his flexor tendon and address UCL damage in his left elbow. That, to me, sounds like, did we just not say Tommy John? Or, I mean, that's Tommy John, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
If you have flexor tendon.
Well, the UCL is the Tommy John surgery.
That's the one. Then you got to repair it. Now, you may repair it differently. There are different ways to do it now, right?
Well, there's repairs and there's augmentations and there's reconstruction. So
Which is the best one that you want? The repair?
Well, ideally, if it's not detached and you don't have to reconstruct it, and you can repair it, statistically maybe a little better outcome. But overall, you injure that thing, it usually ends up in a reconstruction and just stretches out and doesn't work well. So the augmentation of it is kind of a new thing where you put the suture in there to help support it and let it heal, or you put the suture in to let your reconstruction heal and not stress it in the rehab.
It is amazing how many, I mean, just day after day after day, pitchers drop. I mean, it is really a battle of attrition if you're a pitcher.
Well, I mean, we had one for about a week. Ronaldo Lopez, shoulder off to the, you leave in March. Hey, well, we could still come back later. What do you mean when we're 30 under 500?
Well, I look at like
fifth place. Awesome.
I look at the Dodgers and the way that they Clayton Kershaw, who signs every year and 1-year deals. That's fine. He still wants to pitch. It's great. But they're counting on him for like literally half a season. I mean, they just know he's going to be hurt, I mean, last year he started 7 games. In 2020, well, that was COVID year, but 20 games, 22 games. I mean, just get here when you can. He's 36 years old. He's thrown, and this is different. Some guys, he's headed towards 3,000 innings, 2,742 innings. It's a lot of work. Not to mention all the other times you pitched, and wear and tear eventually is going to get you, unless you're Nolan Ryan.
It's interesting that a guy like him
why are
could
baseball
go through
players
that without getting injured throughout his career.
Yeah.
Would you guys say there are more injuries in baseball than any other sport?
It just seems like there's
it feels like it.
Well, it's different injuries.
Yeah.
Like season-ending injuries. I feel like over the course of maybe not. Or long-term, like the thing is, a season in the NFL is half a season in Major League Baseball, so maybe it feels like that. But I guess it's because the throw, the arm is so vulnerable.
It's just a natural motion, and you're right. There's a lot of throwing injuries.
There's not a more vulnerable body part in sports than a pitcher's arm.
Particularly,
it's the only one where you put it in peril over and over and over. Now, you can get situations in football, don't get me wrong, that are definitely more dangerous. But as far as just consistently breaking, it's a pitcher's arm because of what you said and because of the going out and,
That's I'd have to look up the numbers, but you're probably accurate.
Yeah.
As a group, pitchers probably have a higher incidence of injury than any other
Doc,
position.
how long can a human body live without a heart? Like if you pull it out of a body, does it live long?
Does the heart live?
Yeah, no, the body itself. Like
no.
Yeah, right. Well, that explains why the
6
Braves
seconds,
can't win a game. I was just curious if there was a medical reason why Spencer Strider comes back and allows 2 runs in 6 innings, strikes out 1 million, and you can't score a run. They struck out 19 times, and so how do they walk then? Like if you don't have a heart, Doc, how do you walk and eat and stuff? Shouldn't you just collapse, like flop to the ground in the shell of a body? Or
so are the Braves an anomaly, Doc, in the fact that they are alive, but they have no heart?
Right. The Undead, maybe. I've already given them that. They were a zombie that went on a tear.
I never watched those movies. But
The Walking Dead, they already were that already. They're already Walking Dead into a title, but this team, literally, they don't have a heart. So I go see The Wizard of Oz, maybe, give them a ticker.
Doc, I stumbled across an amazing stat, and this is a baseball player who... And it just stinks because there's certain guys that are unbelievable athletes and they get this opportunity and they just can't stay healthy. And so there's this cat in Minnesota. His name is Byron Buxton, and he was a high draft pick, can't miss prospect. Made it to the bigs at 21. He's played 10 years, and only twice in 10 years has he made it to 100 games. Only twice. And the injuries are everywhere. So it's not like... Because we've talked about things like sometimes, you hurt your knee and it can lead to, right?
Right.
But this would be like knee, shoulder, wrist. I mean, just
But he's just one of those guys who 46 games, 92, 140, 28, 87, 39, 61, 92, 85, 102.
Well, that goes to Jeff's point earlier that baseball, there's a lot of repetition, and all the games they play, there's a lot more time for you to get injured.
It's a shame is what it is in a way, because the kid is so talented, and he's.
But there are guys that seemingly have more injuries, obviously, than others.
Yeah. It's just amazing to me. So, and looking at that, who got NBA? We got anything cooking in the NBA? Everybody pretty healthy?
No, I mean the injuries that have the most confusion around them of guys that are out of the playoffs already. The Embiids of the world. So I think everybody's relatively healthy going in, except for the guys are gone. I guess Damian Lillard. I heard some. They're trying. I think teams just say things sometimes just to keep their fans happy. They were talking about the possibility of Lillard. He's got that thrombosis. Is that what it's called? But that's nice. Not coming. You've already said you can't come back from that fast.
Thinners, that's the biggest thing. You're on blood thinners. You're not playing.
I have a question for you. I was talking with a friend the other day about an exercise. I want you to medically tell me if this is a good exercise for you, if it's a waste of time, if it's and at certain ages, can we do this? And it's the one where you go up against the wall, sit like this, and hold yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You feel it in your
wall
legs.
sits.
Yeah. What do you call that? Wall vault?
Wall sits.
Wall sits.
Yeah, those are great.
Those are great?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, they burn.
Yeah, it works your quad.
They burn.
You're working your quad and your butt, which is big muscles.
Yeah.
And
start doing that in the break around here.
Yeah, that's all good.
That's
absolutely
good. And
that's a good one.
It's good at any age. Is it good for old guys like myself?
Oh, particularly older guys, because you're not really putting any impact stress on your joints. So that's a good one.
Okay.
Yeah, they do. It's probably in conjunction with like this chair workout that's so popular right now. Have you seen this? All you need is a chair, 20 minutes a day. And they got you doing stuff like that, I'm assuming. A lot of similar things.
Well, it's similar. It's not impact stuff.
You guys can distance yourselves from my following statement. It can only come from this dark heart at certain times, right?
Yeah.
So
is like the heartless thing again?
Somewhat heartless, not
okay.
Certain levels of heartlessness remain in the break, just for career survival for both of us. This will be somewhat tongue-in-cheek, and I can say it only because, it's not like anyone lost life or limb, but I definitely have a favorite Met.
You have a favorite Met?
Yeah.
Who is that?
It's Tyrone Taylor.
TT, I like TT.
You know why he's my favorite?
Why?
He lined it right off of Hunter Wendelstedt's grill last night in Minnesota. That
hit him right in the head.
Oh, straight in the face, man. In the face!
In the face.
Well, listen, Met fans were too upset with that because the inning previous, he cost us a run.
He's the biggest clown. The reason I say this, he stands out among an absolute population of clowns. He's king clown. Of all of them, he's the worst. So Tyrone Taylor last night hit a liner, and this guy couldn't get out of the way. Hit him right in the face. In the face. So I will update you. Good. He had to go to the hospital, so that was nice. Further examination.
Oh, no.
Instantly fell to the ground. It was glorious. Pop, like he got one.
I distance myself.
A direct hit from the line, smash off I love that term. Smash off the bat of Tyrone Taylor in the seventh. It's bad with the first baseman and
they ran over.
No, they went. Ooh, ooh.
Ooh, that must have really hurt.
Meanwhile, Chief Todd Titchener, another A-clown, told a pool reporter after the game that he was coherent in speaking, but still won't be able to accurately call balls and strikes.
Doc, let me ask you a serious question. When you get hit in the face,
in the face,
is that can you get a concussion by getting hit here?
Sure.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
He
I'm
had a
like
concussion. Just looking at that, he had a concussion.
Yeah.
But you get hit in the face, the cheekbones or in the eye socket, those are really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, those can be very significant. You can lose your eyesight.
Right.
So getting hit in your forehead, if you're going to have to get hit anywhere in your head, get hit there.
What's is it orbit?
Orbit.
Orbit? Is that a bone?
Yeah, the orbital.
Is that
fracture? Orbital
right
fracture.
Here?
It ends many careers.
I've heard of. I had a friend get punched in the face and he fractured his orbit.
Yeah, that's not good.
Oh, anyway. All right, good way to end it.
We'll end it with this.
Doc, you've had some fun today. We talked about you rocking out with the Dropkick Murphys,
Yeah, sure.
our hair,
Yeah.
all kinds of things we've covered.
Man down in Major League Baseball and ain't a player. It's got to be good news. I have 2 teenagers and a 12-year-old, all boys. They all have perms. I can't stand it. They look like idiots. That's for the text line. Designed by Lifetime Closers. Just a couple things are lingering here. A listener writes, my 17-year-old had Tommy John surgery 6 weeks ago. Recovery going great.
Mm-hmm.
The comment was made after the surgery that he made the tendon beefier and able to stretch more. What does that mean?
I don't know about stretch more.
Okay.
It may
He
be-
didn't say who they used. Or anything
it
like
may be thicker than the native.
and that's common.
Yeah,
or not.
You want to
odd.
I mean, it's fine. I mean,
And is there anything to prevent blood clots? People are asking.
Prevent blood clots?
Yeah. Is there diet or nutritional or is there anything that you can? I know you said it most like it happened when you were sedentary for a while.
Yeah, I take an aspirin a day.
Okay.
A lot of people do that.
Do you do that?
I do.
No.
Yeah. But being mobile and active, as you said, the things that cause it, post-surgery, that's a big deal. Even upper extremity surgery, you're at risk for getting clots in your lower legs just from sitting around, basically. Your blood pools a little bit. So keep moving.
So really, if it was prevention and maybe the old, aspirin a day, which they talk about your heart and other areas too. All right. Anything else?
I think we got it.
If there's any members of the Wendelstedt family out there, I love y'all. I never met you. But your uncle or your dad or your cousin, whoever he is, he shouldn't do what he does.
He's the son of
I
one,
know
right?
he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was Harry Wendelstedt?
I think it was Harry.
Yeah. He was good. Harry Wendelstedt's old school. He knew what he was doing. Hunter's just an absolute clown. So.
Yeah, we were out of challenges. Twins he missed
He's
a call
terrible,
by,
dude.
by,
He called a ball
guy
strike
was
game. He got
clearly
60%.
out,
Yeah.
and he missed it.
And he's obnoxious about it. He's the card-carrying, obnoxious umpire in today's game that thinks he's part of the story. Today you were, Hunter, and I enjoyed it. Back with more.
Oh, boy.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Now, look, I know you guys aren't excited that we're on your team, but we're here.
Joe Coward.
Guys, we're in this thing together.
Matt Hayes.
I'm asking you, believe in yourselves.
And Leon Searcy.
Believe in each other.
XL Prime Time.
Let's put on our leg warmers, and let's dance our asses off.
Afternoons 2 to 4 on 1010XL.
MOV-ING. Southside Kia is moving. Our moving sale is on right now. Help us clear new Kias out. Our current selection's got 200 plus Kias on the lot. Hurry to save big with us. New rides starting at just $20,000 bucks. Plus, bring your tax refund today. We'll double it up to $5K. MOV-ING. Get to Southside Kia this spring. Online at SouthsideKiaJax.com. Get your next ride at Southside. For complete details, call 904-325-9208.
Get ready for the best prices ever on all diamond stud earrings and all tennis bracelets at Beard's Diamonds. For 7 days, April 21st through 27th, you will get up to 40% off. Yes, 40%. Locally owned Beard's Diamonds always beats the big corporate store prices. But next week, they're taking value to a whole new level. All diamond stud earrings and all tennis bracelets are on sale. Big time. Best prices ever. You save up to 40%. Don't miss this first time ever buying opportunity. Next week only. And only at Beard's Diamonds, St. John's Town Center. Shop local, shop Beard's.
Hey, Hicken here. Tired of glasses or contacts? Discover customized vision solutions at Bowden 9 Associates. Dr. Bowden's team offers cutting-edge options like Evo implantable Collamer lenses, refractive lens exchange, and, of course, classic LASIK. Designed to fit your life. Picture-perfect vision for reading, driving, or just enjoying the day. Man, it's easier than you think. Call now for your free screening. Bowden 9 Associates for keeping the First Coast focused.
Are you ready for some exciting football action? Your Jacksonville Sharks take on the Massachusetts Pirates Saturday, April 19th. Get family 4-packs, 4 tickets, 4 $10 vouchers, and a $20 Al's Pizza gift card, all for only $100. Don't miss the unforgettable Frisbee Dogs and keep an eye out for the Easter Bunny. A fun night for the kids. Get tickets at jacksharks.com or call 904-621-0700. 904-621-0700.
0700.
Prosser here. The Jacksonville Sharks are 3-0 and ready to make it 4-0 this weekend as your Jacksonville Sharks take on the Massachusetts Pirates this Saturday. Get our family 4-packs, 4 tickets, 4 $10 vouchers, and a $20 Al's Pizza gift card, all for just $100. Don't miss the unforgettable Frisbee dogs and keep an eye out for the Easter Bunny. For tickets, go to jacksharks.com or call 904-621-0700. That's 904-621-0700. And go Sharks! Go Sharks!
Hi, I'm Jeff Breyer, president of Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring.
And I'm Zach Breyer. When my dad started in business in 1990, I wasn't even born yet.
That's true. And after 35 years and nearly 20,000 satisfied customers, we literally have a showroom in every neighborhood.
So whether you need more outdoor living space with a glass or screen enclosure, or you're looking to transform your home with new flooring, we've got you covered.
Visit our websites, or better yet, do yourself a favor and stop by one of our showrooms on Phillips Highway to experience the Lifetime difference and receive 20% off your purchase.
Gang, it's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, you just got married, you just got divorced, you have children, you likely want to take care of your family. Of course you do. That's why I'm here to tell you about Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. I'm not the attorney, Matty is, but we both want to know, have you done your last will? Man, Dan, I don't know why you bring that up. That's depressing. No, it's not. Something you got to take care of, something you want to do because you work hard for your money. You want to get the money to the people that you choose. Planning also helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Right? You want to have as much money as you can for your loved ones. Matt Hinson will listen. He'll help you with your decisions. He'll provide you info needed so you're at ease with your choice. It's the Hinson Law Firm. Real easy to get a hold of Matty. 527-1700, 904-527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. Gang, don't let the state decide your fate.
Yo, it's your main man, E to the T here for Twin Peaks, which happens to be the best in the game, by the way. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. And it's bigger game days and it's bolder fight nights, too. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that's always coming through in the clutch every day, from lunch to late at night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar. Hit a home run for happy hour and ask your Twin Peaks girl about local specials on drafts, cocktail shots, and more. And tell them your main man ET sent you. Come on, somebody.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Thy ticket, Lady Jennifer of Coolidge.
Well, many thanks, good sir. Hereeth my Discover card.
They accept Discover at Renaissance fairs?
Yeah, they do here. Discover is accepted at the places I love to shop. Getteth with the times.
With the times?
You're playing the lute. Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Friendly competition meets great futures. It's the Birdies and Bounces Tournament presented by the Mackenzie Noel Wilson Foundation Friday, May 9th at the Yards. Where else can a pickleball tournament, 15 holes of golf, food, fun, beverages, raffles, and great activities help a worthy organization like the Boys and Girls Clubs of Northeast Florida, where 59 clubs serve nearly 6,000 youth daily. For tickets and team registration, email Charlie C. at bgcnf.org. Right now, they're on their way to disrupt your life, make you uncomfortable, and rob you. Don't bother calling the police. They can't help. That's right. Summer heat and humidity are about to attack North Florida again. You know what to do. Call Mike Merritt. Mike Merritt's Heating and Air has a license to chill. When heat and humidity are attacking you, Mike Merritt provides a comfortable chill at a bargain price. Mike has been keeping North Florida comfortable for 30 years. Mike Merritt technicians are never paid commissions, meaning you'll never be pressured to buy something you don't need. And Mike Merritt knows cooling issues can arise anytime. They don't just happen during business hours. So Mike Merritt never charges overtime fees. When you need us, we're here for you. Remember, in the fight against heat and humidity, Mike Merritt has a license to chill. Visit merrittair.com. Florida license number CACO 50384.
Molly McDonald with your 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Local Sports Update, brought to you by Riddle Wellness. Looking ahead at the weekend, the Jacksonville Icemen enter the Kelly Cup playoffs, facing off against rival the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. The Icemen are entering the playoffs with momentum, having won 8 of their last 10 games. Key players to watch include forward Derek Lodemeyer, who led the team with 65 points during the regular season, and goaltender Charles Williams. First games begins tomorrow night at 7:30 on the road. The Orlando Magic have clinched the 7th seed in the Eastern Conference and are set to face off the 2nd-seeded Boston Celtics in the first round of the 2025 NBA playoffs. The series is set to tip off this Sunday at 3:30. The Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp, who are on the road this week in Memphis, suffered their second loss of their 6-game series against the Memphis Redbirds last night, 6-4, and will now move to Game 3 tonight at 7:45. It's 57 degrees at 8:07. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I like this. Some mentoring going on over here, ET, in the studio. Some mentoring going on. This is former professor-student relationship here, too. Now, don't forget.
Oh, I see that.
He's bought in even more than most on Molly in the morning. Yeah.
I did my...
Welcome to... Molly's taking over, right?
Yeah, Molly's our...
Tori's gone off to bigger and better things. She works for the J Fund, so good for her, right? Am I okay to say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I love Tori. Great girl. Did a great job. But they come in here. They don't like us.
Oh, no.
They want to get out.
100%. They're scared of us.
They don't last long.
We forget that.
We're old.
I mean, I got a poor girl, poor, sunny, optimistic world in front of her, 22-year-old.
Yeah.
And she has to come in on the heels of me celebrating a dude taking it in the face.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you're dealing with.
Yeah.
You know, we're a lot softer than our hard edge, but
we don't understand the kids today.
Yeah,
I was talking with Molly off air. And she's all excited because she's getting in the cab tomorrow to Chicago.
Yeah.
That's what she does. She uses planes as cabs. That's what she does.
She does. She does a lot of traveling. The young people do it. My daughter and her husband, every time I turn around, they're in like Budapest or somewhere. It's unbelievable, dude.
Yeah.
Which is great. I just wonder how y'all are going to retire. I mean, and I'm being serious.
Yeah.
You know, the difference is we spend all money on the kids. And they don't have kids, and they travel. So what a great grift we got out of this whole thing.
It's a good thing.
You know what else I don't like about umpires? I'm just going to say this. Here's another thing about umpires.
Oh, boy.
If we talk about a wide receiver making a big error in a game, or we talk about a point guard being the worst ever at something, you know who I don't ever hear from? Who? Some random rec league point guard telling me, how can I talk about point guards that way? Or some random wide receiver saying, you don't know how hard it is to be a wide receiver. But no, you umpires. Take a shot at an umpire. You think you fall into the category. Settle down. We're talking about major league umpires getting paid a lot to butcher every call. That just speaks to the umpire mentality.
I got to say
dude out of Fort Caroline thinks he's calling the NLCS tomorrow.
I think I might, here in the next couple of years when I retire, just go ump some games.
It should be a wheel spin for me. It really should. I have to go, and that should be something with some sort of not little kids that can't give it to me. I need to go do like a, Babe Ruth or something.
Yeah, but I got rabbit ears. I'll throw parents.
Oh, I will too. I'll be. By the way, I'll be the guy that I complain about. That'll be me. I'll never miss a call.
You're out of here.
That's right. Yeah.
You in the green shirt. Leave the park now. Leave the park now. Your team forfeits.
E.T., I may not be the nicest or the best. I may not be the nicest or the best, but I am strong in self-awareness. I know it. I mean, at least I know it. It keeps you that lets you wiggle around your defects.
I got to say this about the New York Football Giants.
Okay.
And I wonder I haven't asked Coach about this. They haven't been the same since Tom left that
that's for
franchise.
Sure. Not even nowhere near.
But what a
by the way,
yeah.
Maybe it's the Godfather's curse because we haven't either.
Well, that's true.
Twice.
It's a bleep show for the New York Football Giants. I mean, I can't say, I cannot, I'm sitting here. Here we are. The draft is a week from today. And the Giants are going to conduct private workouts with Shedeur Sanders, Jalen Milroe, and Tyler, I don't know how to say his last name. Was Tyler Schauk the quarterback at Louisville when they played FSU in the ACC championship game?
When they
or
didn't
was he a
score at all.
transfer in when they couldn't score?
He is a transfer in, but I don't know when he came. Where did he come from? Washington State, maybe? Let me see.
Can you give me some information
Yeah,
on
I
that?
can.
Because if he was, I have no interest in him, whatever. And then if you keep
Because
telling
that
me,
was the game they lost 12-0 or
and
whatever.
if you keep telling me this 26-year-old throws the ball better than any other, I just don't believe you. But anyway, my point is this. If you haven't crossed the T's and dotted the I's by now, that you feel the need to have these guys in for another workout, and if I have no problem, if I was Shedeur Sanders and you can't do this, I guess.
He was not the quarterback.
Okay,
he
good.
was at Oregon for 2 years, then he was at Texas Tech for 3.
Tech, that's right.
And then at Louisville
for
last year.
Okay. I just cannot. I would be like, yeah, I'm not coming. You got all the tape. You can watch every play I've ever had. I've talked to you 12 times.
If you're Milroe and Schalk, maybe you come. But if you're Shedeur, then yeah.
Well, what do you need from them?
I don't know. I guess use your opportunities. It's probably like it's like an NBA timeout, man. Use them or lose them. You got visits. You can, use them. Maybe part of it is to see how. Listen, there is this. Just put them in different situations. Use every evaluation tool you have. It's the quarterback position. Make it. You've had them in different.
I don't know how that general manager got another year when he was caught on tape saying what he said and letting Saquon Barkley walk.
And ironically,
and
both. And by the way, you don't end up with either one of them.
Right.
It's not just you made the wrong choice, but the choice you made was so bad he was gone mid-season.
You believed in the guy. Well, we have to find out. You had 3 years to find out. You already knew.
Yeah.
You just prolonged it, a waste of another year. I just don't get it, man. It's inept. That is inept. That is, dare I say, Balky-esque, where that is the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing and expecting different results. And now you have 2 lame duck guys who have to win. So are they making the best decision for them or for the franchise? Which is it? Because the best decision for them is to win now.
Should be the same.
It's not.
Yeah,
I have to win now. If I can get to 7, 8 wins,
listen,
I probably get another year.
At some point, though, can we figure out that just doesn't work? Like, there's no guarantee you are going to win now. You can't just say, it's not that easy. Oh, I'm going to win now. Okay, win now. You're going to go get, other baggage-laden veterans? What does win now? To me, win means you're going to the playoffs, and you're not going 1 year. That's not a winner.
Well, I just don't
like the Jags. There is no short term that could get them anywhere. And the year they made it wasn't big. Or maybe you argue that it was. Maybe win now is why they went and got Kirk and Jones and paid them all this extra money. I don't know.
There's a little bit of a buzz with this. One of the weird things going on in the NFL is this Derek Carr situation. Like, the thought is that Derek Carr wants out of NOLA.
To go where?
Wherever. But he knows.
He got a game left? Does he still have that?
I don't know.
Can he get a job somewhere?
How good of a game did he
Well,
ever
he had
have?
enough that New Orleans scooped him up, wanted him as a starter. Is he a no-brainer starter for someone?
But all of a sudden, because they're saying, where did this shoulder, I can't play this year injury come from?
I don't know. I feel for Derek Carr. You want to talk about a guy you'll never know.
Yeah.
I mean, this is where your situation could be so different. What if Derek Carr were drafted by the Niners and Brock Purdy were drafted by the Raiders?
Yeah.
And then Derek Carr does. The Raiders want to go a different direction, or Carr does himself, and so he goes to New Orleans right when New Orleans goes from being a good every year playoff contender to one of the worst teams in the league.
Yeah.
So he's a never know guy. He never got put in he never got Phillip Rivers' chance.
Well, I mean, even in where he started and he got sacked all those times.
I mean.
And, but the point is, I think the Saints are hell-bent on getting a quarterback, whom I don't know.
Well, Aaron Rodgers is the one that now is popping back in. Did you see what Rodgers just begging for that beg? Did you see the beg job that he put on for the Minnesota job?
No.
Begged him.
No, he did.
Yeah.
Who says?
1 year, Lombardi or bust. I'll be the best, nurturer of the young quarterback that you've ever had.
When did he say this?
I read it this morning. I don't know where.
I think you're lying.
Okay.
Where did you see it? I need verification.
I think maybe CBS Sports even. I don't think it was buried on basement, mama's basement.
Are you sure?
Talk. I'll find it for you.
I need you to find it and verify. I think we would see that everywhere if he did that. Wouldn't we?
I would think. I was surprised to read it. But I looked at the calendar and it said April 17th, not 1st, so I just soaked it all in.
Can I allow that?
I mean, hey,
what are you talking about? We haven't. First, it has to be shot down before you disallow it.
You came out and said, "Did you see like it happened?"
Well, that's what I thought. I thought it did. I mean, I didn't. Like I said, I didn't go searching. I didn't go I didn't go into a Vikings message board.
As you are, I'm a purveyor of all things sports, and I saw neither hide nor hair of that. And yet, you have seen something like this, and so you are claiming that it happened.
USA Today, is that any good? I got USA Today.
You got USA Today?
Yeah.
Wow.
Some details have emerged from veteran quarterback Aaron Rodgers' negotiations with the Vikings. According to SI's Albert Breer, have you heard of him?
Yes.
Is this a verified report then? I didn't pull this from Essential Sports.
All right, go ahead and tell me.
Albert Breer, according to Albert Breer, yes. Rodgers offered Minnesota a quote 1-year run at a Lombardi, while assuring the team he would play the role of a willing mentor to second-year quarterback J.J. McCarthy during that time. Ultimately, Breer says the Vikings declined, opting to roll with the younger in-house option, the 2024 first-round pick, rather than holding off and naming him the starter for another season. So
that's according to Albert Breer?
According to Albert Breer, yeah.
Did Albert Breer put this in print anywhere?
I don't know if he...
he must have, right?
Why is this being so vetted? It's a USA Today article. It's on USA Today quoting Albert Breer, and it's from. Yeah. So is this not accurate? I don't
know.
Yeah.
Because yesterday I railed on Ryan Clark for him just throwing out frivolously.
Okay.
Not saying that you did.
Yeah.
$4 million to Carson Beckham, and blah 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 blah, and I didn't like that. So I just want to make sure that
he did it on his own volition from what he heard from Mario Cristobal, while I'm doing it citing a source of USA Today and Albert Breer.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not even I'm not putting a judgment on it.
No.
He won't take the L on this one,
Me?
Yeah.
That's what
Why
it
is
sounds
it
like.
determined to disqualify this?
Why is it an L?
Well, because
I simply raised.
You keep trying to find a reason to disqualify this report.
Verification.
Is it not verified now? Albert Breer and USA Today is not verified?
I guess it is.
I mean, what can we ever say? I mean, are we going to ever look at like a Mel Kiper mock draft again? Do we know it's Mel?
I'm just looking at Adam Schnipner reported Tuesday on his podcast that we can, quote, only surmise about Rodgers' mindset, but the general impression is he would like to sign with the Vikings. Well, that gives you much more than a general impression, that's for sure.
Oh, I mean, have we not all moved along that's where he wanted to go?
We kind of, the Vikings.
Yeah, Rodgers wanted to go to the Vikings. The news became the Vikings said no thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah, they came out.
But this is how bad he wanted to go to the Vikings. He said, "Look, it's just 1 year running it, and I'll turn it over and I'll get him ready."
Yeah,
like it's that. I think to me, the reason I said it, the news is that it's showing how much he wanted that one.
Yeah,
apparently because
and then the Vikings came out and said,
right. He said this after.
Right. Now, Albert Breer is giving specifics as to he wanted the Vikings so badly.
Right.
He said this.
That's all I'm saying. That's how I meant it all
Fair
along.
enough. Yeah. If you had just simply presented it that way, I think there wouldn't have been this problem.
I did present it that way.
I felt like it was a poor presentation on your part.
Again, the refusal to take the L.
I think
are we deep? Are we long here?
Yeah,
Where are we at?
Go to break.
Good. Let's go to break.
I think if he had presented it differently,
he killed two. Killed like two for him.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Connect with 1010XL.
On the line, with your friends. Now everyone's exchanging ideas.
Find 1010XL on your social channels.
When you think of America, you think baseball, cookouts, military, and pride for our country. At Garber Auto Mall, we're proud to carry every American-made truck at one location. Ford, Chevy, GMC, Ram, and Jeep. With the largest inventory selection in North Florida, you can shop with one salesperson. Garber Auto Mall is proud to support our country, our military, and our community. Visit us in Green Cove Springs or at GarberAutomall.com. Garber Auto Mall, proud to be American.
Hey, we're certainly facing interesting economic times, and for me, it's comforting to know my money's in great hands with my guys at ITP Partners. Jacksonville folks taking care of my Jacksonville money. Experience, expertise, knowledge, that's what ITP Partners are all about. And that's Dan Abel and Scott Regner. That's Janice Cobb and Reed Wingate. That's Reagan Wright, Jeff Hartman, and Chris Bryan. Those are the ITP Partners, and those are the people that sit down with me individually, sat down with my daughter, sat down with my son, friends. They listen. They build a strategy where your goals become their priority. I love them. I can't say enough good things about them. Get in the game, guys. ITP Partners is always there to help. To get started, Chris at ITPpartners.com. Chris at ITPpartners.com. Or call 312-9751, 312-9751. They're ITP Partners, and they're my financial partners for life.
Okay, for this Cannons of Jacksonville commercial, we need an idea to really come out with a bang.
Like having a guy shot out of a cannon.
Nah, too messy. In fact, Cannons is known for all your towing needs.
So like my car won't start.
No. Towing products. Cannons does custom welding fabrication and installation of trailer hitches, goosenecks, tow bars, truck racks.
So you might say Cannons is my best shot at finding that inventory in stock?
Boom. You said it.
Visit cannonsofjacks.com.
So, you finally have some time to yourself. Even if it is just the car ride home, it's you time. And look at you. Do not disturb set before you even got in the car? Impressive. You've earned this moment to just chill and drive. This break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
All right, gang. Man, you know how Florida is. Pick an hour, different season. It can seem that way. It can be that way. That's why you have to trust your heating and air company, and that is Lloyd's Heating and Air. A leader for commercial, retail, multifamily, or hospitality projects, top-tier residential service, no gimmicks, no mascots, just real expertise and hard work, keeping you comfy as your trusted statewide mechanical partner and local family-owned team. Lloyd's is the only name you need to count on. Visit Lloyd'sHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
At Performance Painting, we've spent decades protecting commercial properties with durable, long-lasting coatings. And we can bring the same expertise when painting the exterior of your home. With industry-leading materials and a proven process, we extend the life of your home, reducing maintenance costs and preserving its value. Now, for a limited time, save $500 when you hire us to paint your home's exterior. Just mention 1010XL. Go to performance-painting.com to schedule a friendly estimate. Performance Painting. Repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting. Get the real story from people who know the beautiful game best. The Coaches Show, presented by Sporting Jacks with Cole Pepper, Sporting Jacks head of soccer Mark Warburton, and Sporting Jacks women's coach Stacy Ballum. Tuesday nights at 6
on 1010 a.m.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
This is Mark Nato. My son Justin injured his hand playing baseball for JU. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist performed surgery just a few days later, and within 5 weeks, he was cleared to play in the ASUN baseball tournament. Our family has trusted Southeast Orthopedic Specialists for years. For any orthopedic injury, let Southeast Orthopedic Specialists take care of you too.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
I'm Stacy, and I want to tell you about my fogged up window fiasco at my house. I called up Mac at Baker Glass. He told me all I needed was a glass replacement. The process was so easy. All within a few days, they came out, measured, called me with an estimate, cut my glass, and came out to install the new ones. Now my view outside is fog-free thanks to Mac and his crew at Baker Glass. And my neighbors think I got some fancy new windows.
I'm Mac with Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
No matter what the reason, sending a floral arrangement from Kuhn Flowers always works. For unique and special gifts, visit their showroom on Beach Boulevard. ET here with 1010XL. Kuhn Flowers is my go-to, and it should be yours too. Online at kuhnflowers.com.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey man, what's that noise?
Do you hear it too? You can hear it, right?
Yeah, it's your air conditioner. It's like a grinding or a rattling.
And it's getting on your nerves, right? Like it's eating at your brain and you can't think straight? But it just keeps grinding and squeaking and taunting and nagging. You're not good enough. You're a failure. Why can't you be more like your sister, the lawyer?
Yeah, I don't hear that last part so much.
Yeah, but it's not cool, right, Jason?
It could definitely be cooler. At Bueller Air and Plumbing, We can totally repair whatever that noise is and get your AC working smoothly and silently. We fix these things all the time.
So I won't be a failure?
Life should be enjoyed. If some irritating, broken air conditioner is making you crazy, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. This is your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
We know the Jags hold 10 picks in the 2025 draft. The players most recently selected by Jacksonville in those draft slots. Would you take these guys? Jalen Ramsey, 5th. Miles Jack, 36th. Chad Muma, 70th. Tank Bigsby, 88th. Mike Thomas, 107. 126 has never happened. Brandon Marshall, 142. Amarlos Leroy, 182. Pat Thomas, 194. And the great John Hess at 221. Those are the picks. Would you take a class like that? Most of us would say, no, thank you. That's a little pre-draft Duval Minute. It's brought to you by our friends at Lift Power. Lift Power is one of the great companies in all of Jacksonville. Always on the lookout for more good people. Benefits include a 401k, a company vehicle, paid training, sign-on bonus. What an offer. Come see why Lift Power has been voted one of the best places to work for the past several years. Rapidly growing, family-owned and operated for more than 50 years, serving Jacksonville. And you can be part of the family. Opportunities there. Just go to liftpower.com. That's liftpower.com. All right, welcome back.
Got a lot of NFL news, percolating news, some suggestions now as we get closer to the draft that maybe we're off on some of these top 10 picks. ESPN has scoured some scouts and asked them to predict the top 10, and there's a couple of nuances here. We're going to get to that in just a second. First, though, today's Shazam Spotlight, and not for more as a reminder. It's more of a Shazam of how quickly we forget. This is a message to any Jaguar who fumbles away a game this year. It'll be forgotten in a month. Too much happens. Do you remember how Klay Thompson's career ended in Golden State? Specifically?
No, missed a shot.
It was a big talker here last year. It was worse than missing a shot. Golden State was in the play-in last year. They went to Sacramento, and Klay Thompson went 0 for 10.
Oh, yeah.
Missed every single three. Was the embarrassment, the dog, the GOAT in the bad terms. GOAT used to be a bad thing. It was a hero and a GOAT. He was shot himself out of any even chance to stay in Golden State. He shot last year at Sacramento in that game like his career was over. Sacto, an electric building.
But last night, he lit him up.
And my point is this. I have just a special appreciation when, it's obvious where they at least admit it's obvious. They admit it. Oh, I'm not really thinking about that. We got a game. No, I exercised some demons. He knows how it went last year. Right? So many would say, it's just another game. Like Rory, this ridiculousness all tournament. We just play the next hole, stay in my bubble. And then when it's over, you bet I thought about it. Right? We get it. But Klay Thompson and Anthony Davis and the Mavs go on the road. They beat the Kings last night.
I guess
one more shot at being a playoff team.
Yeah, color me disinterested on that in this respect, Jeffrey. What the NBA done is tried to create a couple nights where teams that aren't going to do anything, and I know you'll throw me the Heat as an 8 seed, but
no one's doing anything.
The
it's
9
stupid.
and the 10s,
dumb. They shouldn't be in.
They get in, and now they get another chance.
They go play the 1 seed, and they lose.
They get in the limelight, but all it does to me is illuminate the Dallas Mavericks for being the disaster that they are, and Nico Harrison for having to, what this game brought about to me was the incredible. I don't know how that general manager can have a job. Like, he should have been fired the day he pulled the trigger on the trade. I can't get over it. I can't get over it.
I wish for propriety's sake, I wish for the sake of knowing, I wish for the sake of full disclosure, and I'll never be. It doesn't matter. The Mavs could win it all this year, and it'd be a bad trade.
Yeah.
I mean, but I wish Kyrie had stayed healthy and I could have seen the Mavs with Anthony Davis, see what they did. Because the problem with the Mavs, like, Sacramento's a good team. That was a good win last night on the road.
Yeah.
But Anthony Davis and Klay Thompson both played last night like they were 25 years old. If they play like that every night, they got enough, and they're healthy now again. They've got enough to play with about anybody. The one thing I'll say about the 8 seed, I think it means more in the West. I think a puncher's chance for Dallas against Oklahoma City is a lot more likely than the Heat beating Cleveland, say. But I will remind you, the Heat came out of this play-in a couple years back as the 8 seed. They beat Boston, and they went to the NBA Finals.
Yeah, but they had Jimmy Butler, too, then.
Yeah, but they were also already in as a 7 or 8. I think that year Atlanta beat them first, and so Atlanta got the 7, and then the Heat won the second play-in, were the 8 seed, and then beat the Celtics, I think. So, but it's just, look, the ultimate argument against the play-in is staring right in our face. It's the third time the Heat have beaten the Bulls in a play-in. There's only been 4. The Hawks have played either the Heat or the Bulls the last 3 years now. I mean, this is just a round robin for these 3 teams, the Hawks, Bulls, Heat, who can beat 7 and 8 among the 3. That's what it's turned into really the last 2 or 3 years. It's stupid. It's dumb. The Magic should have been the 7. The Hawks should have been the 8. Hopefully the Hawks will win Friday night against Miami. I don't think they will. Miami plays like they did last night, and Jimmy Butler cares. They'd be a contender, would they not?
You would think.
All right, and
what do you think of Billy Donovan's future in Chicago?
Billy should quit. I can't imagine it's any fun. He's just collected a paycheck at this point. He's had no success in Chicago at all. None. And they've tried, man. They've made deals. They've traded talent in and out, and
But I think
Billy's not a good NBA coach. It's in the story. He's another example of a failed guy trying to take the step up. Now he's closer to Pitino than Calipari. He did have the one good year in Oklahoma City, thanks to
His
Russ.
first
and
year.
Yeah, KD. Yeah. You got those guys in their prime.
He was the coach when they had a 3-1 lead against Golden State and blew it, right?
Yeah, and I think more on that went on those players, and they're choking hard. Was that?
Yeah, they lost in the conference finals to Golden State.
And then Harden and Chris Paul also did that, didn't they? Didn't they blow a 3-1 lead also to the Warriors one year?
I don't know.
Or had a chance to win it. Remember, Harden was just awful, 3 for 18 or something.
I just know that team won 55 games.
Yeah, and he's been nothing since. He's not added anything to the NBA game. You're getting from Billy Donovan what you would get from any average coach that had a professional roster. He's not doing anything special.
He's
at
only
all.
19 and 27 in the playoffs.
No, he's just Look, I don't know what you do. Do you retire? Do you really want to go back and
Billy ain't retiring.
You want to go back and coach
I don't
college basketball?
I don't know.
Then you keep the job until they fire you.
Speaking of college basketball, the Gators did get the Princeton transfer, and the word is that, that other schools offered more money. Now, again, this is speculation. I don't know. I don't know how much money Florida has for basketball. Now, when we get into rev sharing, I think we'll have a little bit better idea here starting this summer, which is what is coming up next. But Florida was able to land this Xavier Lee kid who looks like he...
Ready-made. Seamlessly in. He'll be perfect.
Looks like he could be great for Florida.
He looks like he plays like Dan, if I could give a comp, even though I've never seen him play, but looking at his size and his stat line, it looks like kind of like a Nick Calathis type. Like that type of play.
Kind of reminds me of Walt.
Yeah. A little different, but...
Yeah. They beat St. John's in Kansas. They're going to have to pay Condon money. I don't know how much.
If you ever deserve to get paid, this would be the year. Find the money.
Tommy Houck's going to get more money.
And
Tommy Houck played high school basketball. How good was this team? Tommy Houck and Xavier Lee on the same high school team.
Well, and then I don't think they won it that year. Then they won it the next year with Houck.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, he only played 1 year, so he's a couple years older than Houck. Played 1 year together, then that kid went for 1 year to another high school. But they played 1 year. But the Houck state title, as I understand it, didn't come paired with Lee.
Interesting.
He led them. What a winner, by the way. You win state in high school. You come, you're your second year at Florida, you win Natty.
Yeah. Yeah.
What a glue guy, too, huh?
Oh, he's great.
So easy.
He'll get to play a lot next
so
year.
low maintenance. Such a good player.
Oh, yeah. So it'll be interesting to see
I think
how this unfolds, but that's a great get.
That's a great get. And I don't think, and by the way, Golden has earned this with me until he has a miss. I don't need to look at the transfer portal rankings. I don't care.
I don't either.
You go get your guys, and we'll see how they play next year because you get a guy who's ranked 32nd. Elijah Martin was the third-ranked transfer portal guy on his own team last year.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
there's some shenanigans going on in the college football world with Miami and Florida, from what I'm
what are you talking about?
Reading about.
What you mean?
So if you remember, the Florida secondary coach was a guy named Will Harris.
Mm-hmm.
And Will Harris took a job with the U. And so the rumors are percolating. Like, he's trying to poach all our DBs. He's trying to get them all in the portal. And so I'm getting inside info from the Miami side and then the Florida side. And so from the Miami side, and again, none of this is confirmed. This is just sports talk radio.
But it's probably
gossip.
happening.
This is gossip.
This is happening in all these programs.
To quote the late, great Greg Larson, maybe some bells of filth in here. I don't know.
Some tea.
Yes.
Some hot tea.
Yes. But I heard names like the Thornton kid, Denson kid. We're going to Miami, and we're going to get paid.
I will say this, like Denson, I think it was Miami and Florida, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think some of these guys, that was their decision. They better.
So I don't know, but I have not seen anything from the kids, so I don't want to be unfair.
You only got like one more week. It's 16 to 25th. This one's quick.
It is? Yeah. So I haven't seen anything from any of the kids saying I'm in the portal, you know? And so, but I think Florida is efforting to keep who they want to keep, and nothing has happened yet. I guess it's some backdoor stuff if it's going on at all, but something to keep an eye on out there.
Where does this fit into the whole
It's a Wild West. You do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want, and that's fine. I'm just saying this is some of the stuff that's going on. And again, I don't necessarily blame the kids, but the one who did it wrong was obviously the Nico kid. Should have kept it on the down low, should have kept it quiet, should have, you know. And the spin again about it being, well, it's a Tennessee offense is laughable. Laughable.
And it just doesn't make it any better. Do you think no one, by the way, there's nothing Nico can say to turn anyone on his side.
Mm-hmm.
You're the face of a greedy, entitled, and narcissistic teenager.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you are. You and Rashad should go to often play together on some beach somewhere.
Yeah.
Throw the ball around.
You seem reticent to put much of the heat on a father that I can't help but as a 20-year-old kid, and kids mature slower these days than they do in yesteryear.
No, I mean, it's bad advice.
I put a lot of this on the dad.
Man, I hope not. I hope we're not too. We've already evolved to the state that a 20-year-old man can't make
20-year-old kid
decisions on his.
whose
20-year-old
dad
is not a kid.
Yeah. I got a 20-year-old. He's a kid.
Well, to you he is. He's not to the world. He's a man.
It all depends on how influential the dad is in the kid's life. So that's why it can be hard to.
Oh, he's extremely influential.
So that's why he's doing it. So I got to side with Dan with this because, like, if his dad is like, "Hey, Nico, you need to go do this," and tell them that.
Yes, sir.
He ain't gonna say no, sir.
Yeah,
he's gonna listen to his dad.
You want him to sit there and say, "Go to hell, Dad. I'm doing what I want to do."
I don't want any such thing. And I also,
well, that's what you have to do, though. In that case,
no. So, Dad, we're gonna ride it out here. I appreciate it, but again, if you don't have
that's a tough thing to do.
Yeah, but then you're not tough enough to be a quarterback to me.
I don't know.
At some point, take some ownership. You're 20 years old, dude.
20 years
for
old.
20 years.
Guys dying in foxholes 2 years younger than that for the history of time. Do we change? All of everything changes?
Yes.
The whole world changes.
You think that this culture is the same as the culture of yesteryear?
Man,
listen to me. I'm not. Listen. I hear what you're saying. It's an undue influence. I'm not blaming the dad, though. There's no blame.
I am.
Okay.
That's the difference. I am blaming the dad. I
would blame Dad if he had a high school or like baby Gronk's dad. I'm all
I'm not giving him a pass.
Yeah.
Nico a pass, but I'm just telling you,
I'm
man.
the other way around. I'm not giving Dad a pass. You're the leader of this team. Does your dad go into the meetings for you?
Yeah. Yes. How many can you get?
I'm talking about the team meetings when you're doing game plan. Does Daddy sit there and break it down for you, Nico?
I wouldn't be. They invited Arch into those meetings.
like if the dad is just super influential, I get it. And he can still be a quarterback in the league.
Yeah.
For example, I think a true leader is DJ Lagway. He's that man. I bet you his dad is very influential.
Very influential.
So if his dad
they love his dad, they have a great relationship.
Right. But if his dad had that type of character to say, "Hey, DJ, go do this," I bet you he's going to do it.
I'll take that bet. Why? How are we betting that? What are we seeing to see that DJ's also attached to his daddy's team?
But his
apparently Nico is.
It's just two different type of characters, though, is what I'm saying. But when a dad is that influential in a kid's life, a kid ain't going to turn on his dad.
Yeah.
And that's what
I don't
Nico's
know,
doing.
man. I mean, I don't know. I guess. I don't know how that's turning. Do they talk? Do they converse? Or is he indebted servitude to his father?
Understand that there do you understand that there are ask Denny Thompson.
I
What
get
Denny
it, bro.
Dads, when they see the kid at the age of 10 or 8 or whatever, and he goes out there and he throws the football, and you go, oh.
Well, shout out to all you 19-year-olds in the Coast Guard or Army or military going off to be a man today.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're quibbling about daddies having influence on 20-year-olds making $4 million playing football.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not sending them to war, signing them up for the draft.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if there is a draft right now.
Yeah, right. I know. That's exactly right. But this, this is what makes me dig my heels in and I'll never leave. But to hear a text like this, you're wrong, Jeff. They are kids 25 when they finally start growing up a little bit.
I agree.
That's idiotic.
I don't think it is.
Well, then we've been wrong for all time.
Yeah.
Since we started walking the planet, thank God we're the generation that figured out you don't grow up until you're 25.
You don't think that boys, especially, brains develop slower than...
I'm not talking about brain development. I'm talking about the ability to survive on your own. It's documented through the history of time. 20 is way past that point. You can dump a 14-year-old on a desert island. He will survive.
No, not in today's age.
Well, there you go. Not if he doesn't have his phone, right?
He doesn't have Xbox. He's done.
I'm not saying that. Hey, look, it's untoward. I hate that have that kind of influence, but I'm not giving a 20-year-old man who screwed his team, who went through all the practices.
I don't mind
didn't
that.
show up.
I'm just telling you that the dad is just as complicit.
Absolutely, yeah.
100% just as complicit as the kid. And he's a kid. I don't care what you say.
Well, he's not.
20-year-old is a kid.
You may not care what I say.
Yeah.
But if you go to what the legal setup is, what the world says, that doesn't make you're wrong.
I got to tell you.
There's nowhere in the world where a 20-year-old is not an adult.
I love my sons. I love Brooksy. If I kick Brooksy out of the house today, he's finished.
Done.
He's finished.
Yeah.
No, you're wrong. That is,
I'm
hey,
not
Brooksy,
wrong.
Brooksy, if you're listening, I rebuke that lie. You'll be just fine.
I got a
He
nephew.
will not be
You're wrong too, E. You're all wrong. Every one of you.
Done.
Good
The
Lord.
culture does not allow them to grow up as quickly as where we had to.
Correct.
And at 18, our parents are like, all right, go. You be free, little bird.
Absolutely.
That ain't on the kids. That's on us.
Correct.
That's the point.
No kidding.
Yeah. No, but I'm talking about little things. I'm not talking about. Okay.
I'm just telling you.
Well, then I'm going to tell you this right now.
You don't think Nico's dad...
I'll throw the dime bet. Okay. You want to do a dime bet? Yeah. This kid, Nico, $4 million, daddy teat, I'm a leaving, won't have 10 starts in the NFL in his whole life.
That's fine.
Won't make 10 because he'll never be any. This guy can't lead a Girl Scout troop, much less a football team of men.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, dude. I'll have none of it. I'm sorry. We'll disagree. We'll agree to disagree. I got a 20-year-old man, a quarterback who showers with the men after in the locker room.
Yeah.
Attached to daddy?
Yes.
Like one of those little sucker fish on a shark?
Yes.
Yeah, weak sauce.
You can say it. That's fine.
Hey, here's an example. Here's one. Jaden Daniels and his mom.
Yes.
Boom.
Boom.
Whatever.
What example? He's a success.
Yeah,
I miss Jaden Daniels leaving LSU.
Mom calls the shots.
Mom calls the shots. What mom says goes.
Yeah. I'm just telling you, man.
It's clear.
And I think that's. And I don't think the culture matters in that either. By the way,
no,
I don't think white, black doesn't matter.
Right, it's just
if a dad is when a dad or a mom sees that and takes that kid to
and molds them and does all of that,
and then on draft night the kid gets drafted and he sits there and he's breaking down because of his mom and dad.
Yep.
I mean, Rory with his parents. I mean, when Rory, I don't know. I think 20's a kid. But anyway, are we over?
Yeah, we over.
All right, we'll take a break. This is The Drill.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. All day, every day. Year after year. Duval counts on 1010XL.
Are you ready to step up to luxury?
Check out the power of our exciting 2025 lineup, including the Lyric, IQ, Optique, and the stunning Vistique.
With over 15 electric Cadillacs in stock and more on the way, it's the perfect time to trade in your Tesla and embrace luxury with a twist.
At Randy Marion, there are no tariffs. So visit Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville, and see why our electric lineup turns heads.
Don't miss out. Drive Cadillac, electric or gas. We have both. Plus tax tag title $9.99 admin fee and resist all on approved credit.
Guys, your lawn's the home field. Now you can champion your St. Augustine grass. TopDressing.com just hit Jacksonville with a game-changing patented process. Aerate and transform your turf into a fairway-worthy masterpiece. Less water, shorter cuts, and the envy of every neighbor. No one else delivers a perfect 10 lawn like this. Visit TopDressing.com and dominate your block with the same process that golf courses use. Top dress your lawn like the pros with TopDressing.com.
For over 5 decades, a true American band. This is America. Encore Tour 2025, an unforgettable evening with America. April 23rd, Florida Theater. On sale now at floridatheater.com. America, live in concert. Produced by Outback Presents.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On April 17, 1983, MLB pitching legend Nolan Ryan of the Houston Astros struck out his 3,500th batter in a game against the San Francisco Giants.
Baloo here for Smunez Vision. Why Smunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smunez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmunezVision.com today. Here you can see.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
To the T here, and Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes through in the clutch? From lunch to late night, only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar. Stick around after the sunset, and Twin Peaks is open really late. Wind down with bourbon and late-night bites. Come on, somebody.
Family owned and managed for 20 plus years, Hidden Hills Golf Club boasts a unique and welcoming atmosphere. Visit us at hiddenhillsgc.com to book your next round on our Arnold Palmer signature course. You'll be glad you did.
Right now, they're on their way to disrupt your life, make you uncomfortable, and rob you. Don't bother calling the police. They can't help. That's right. Summer heat and humidity are about to attack North Florida again. You know what to do. Call Mike Merritt. Mike Merritt's Heating and Air has a license to chill. When heat and humidity are attacking you, Mike Merritt provides a comfortable chill at a bargain price. Mike has been keeping North Florida comfortable for 30 years. Mike Merritt technicians are never paid commissions, meaning you'll never be pressured to buy something you don't need. And Mike Merritt knows cooling issues can arise anytime. They don't just happen during business hours. So Mike Merritt never charges overtime fees. When you need us, we're here for you. Remember, in the fight against heat and humidity, Mike Merritt has a license to chill. Visit merrittair.com. Florida license number CACO 50384.
Yo, it's your man E.T. here, and it's time to make those summer plans. And make sure you make them with Clay County, because Clay County is calling. From paddle boarding on Doctor's Lake to reeling in the big one on Black Creek, or even cruising the St. Johns River, there's no better place to dive into warm weather fun. Enjoy live music, local festivals, food trucks, and fireworks lighting up the night. Discover scenic parks, hidden trails, and must-visit local gyms. Your summer adventure starts here. Visit exploreclay.com.
Don't 10XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back. Who's this? He Lil who?
Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne.
Wheezy.
What up, Wheezy? Told you. Not happy about losing to the Twins yesterday. They lost 2 out of 3 to Minnesota.
I'm an LA baseball fan. That's all I do, and that's not my nature. You know me. I usually don't care what the other team's doing until about September 20th. But yeah, I just look every day and just hope the Mets and Phillies and Marlins and Nats lost because that's all we can do. They're on a good day, they're a hard watch.
Mm-hmm.
And in reality, the Atlanta Braves right now are unwatchable. They're unwatchable. There is nothing of any value to be taken. You got to watch Spencer Strider pitch a little bit yesterday. They struck out 19 times, dude. It's a 0-0, 1-0 game. We had a runner on second 3-4 innings in a row. Nobody can get a hit that matters. They suck. That's like I said with Doc. They got no heart, man. Mm-hmm. That's the hardest thing as a sports fan.
And we can't hit with runners in scoring position either.
The worst that fans ever feel about their football team is when they lose a game and they're, grab-a-ing and laughing with the opponent in the meet and greet after the game.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how this team is. They're that team. The Braves are that guy on your football team that just lost 40-0, and he's yucking it up with his former college teammate there at the 40-yard line while 000 sends you home with another loss. That's the Braves. Heartless, gutless losers.
I've been looking a lot at what Prisco's been saying, just trying to read between the tea leaves because I know Prisco has a great relationship with Tony, and I wonder if he's getting any inside info. So I'm always trying to kind of see if he's getting any inside info, and he's tempered his enthusiasm a little bit on Mason Graham. But Field Yates put out his top 50 prospects. He's got Mason Graham as the 3rd best prospect. He's got Travis Hunter and Abdul Carter, who everybody thinks are the 2 best. And he's got Mason Graham 3rd, havoc-wreaking defensive tackle, 296 pounds, which was a little light. But it doesn't seem like his bulk impacts his game at any point. Elite run stuffing ability, which I really like that, right? We suck at defense, stopping the run, getting after the pass, strong at the point of attack, active hands, brutal assignment to block for 60 minutes, fires off the ball with great first step quickness, and combines that with an understanding of how to win with leverage. More pass rush upside than his 3.5 sacks over 12 games. That always concerns you, though. But again, he's a defensive tackle, not an edge. He's got Ashton Genty 4th, though. Okay, they all love Ashton Genty. He's got Will Campbell 5th. So, again, it looks to me like if the Jags are going to get, again, Hunter and Carter are going to be gone, and Cam Ward. Those 3 are going to be gone. So we just basically see what New England does, and then we react to how New England does. Or do we trade down? I think those are the 2.
Why is there no talk at all of trading up to 2 and getting Travis Hunter?
Which is
we
crazy.
have all these extra picks.
You think it's crazy that we should do that?
Yeah,
I think we should.
Or at least talk about it.
I got to give away a number 1 to do that.
Yeah.
Next year's number 1.
I'll do that too.
Wow, really?
Yes.
I will. I can't get over the feeling this is the biggest superstar to come to the league. This is like
his comp.
Yes.
His comp is
Tiger, LeBron, all of them. This guy's coming in different.
Oh, boy.
Go get him.
Wow.
Do it. Trade this first, a second, and next year's first. Get the number 2 pick.
Hey, are you rolling on this?
I'm with it.
I know you are.
His comp is.
But are you rolling on this?
Oh,
Are
we
you-
rolling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
His comp is Justin Jefferson and Champ Bailey.
That was interesting. They put a comp for each. His offensive comp, his receiver comp was Jefferson. His cornerback comp was Bailey. Both Hall of Famers, one to be and one already.
Well.
Really? And the other comps are, I love Cliff Averill, his family, but Abdul Carter's Cliff Averill.
Well, if Travis Hunter is Justin Jefferson, Champ Bailey, then you do.
I don't see any reason why he won't be. I think it's just your imagination makes you tamp down this guy's expectations, Nick. What about anything he's done makes you think that he won't have 100 catches for 1,500 yards and 10 touchdowns next year?
This year's a rookie.
Yes. Right out of the gates. 100%. Whoa. I could be wrong, I guess. He checks. And by the way, you want to talk about an intangibly rich prospect. This guy clicks every box that James Gladstone ever created.
He's definitely intangible.
So first, second, first, get him. Let's go.
Except in his love interests.
You don't like that. You're still down on that. Oh, it'd be worth the price of admission for getting Travis Hunter just for Hick to have this foil join the market
every day.
Oh, Lord.
Every day.
We get her on the show, E?
Man, she would go for that.
Yeah, again, I told you earlier
You know what
today.
song you'd be playing in for her?
What was that?
You know.
Oh, gosh. Oh, no. What are we doing?
The one you need.
Oh, man. Wow. He ain't saying she's a gold digger. That's what he just. That's what he just said. Let me translate the old man white.
Yeah,
I already know what he's talking
He
about.
knows what I'm talking about.
All right. Okay.
But
I already told you this just fits perfectly that we tell you I'm cooling on Mason Graham. I don't want Mason Graham.
Yeah.
I'm okay if they get him. It's not like, oh God, Mason Graham.
Right.
This is terrible. Oh, we did. That's not my attitude. But
Right.
I don't know. I don't want to D-tackle. I don't think he's the third or fourth.
What
or fifth
happened
best
to
player.
building inside out?
Yeah, I don't care. I want to build outside in. Let's go. Yeah, I would try to the
Y'all
point.
left us the inside out stuff.
Yeah, I want Travis Hunter so
that's
bad.
what our EVP told us. Inside out.
I would trade up. I want him that bad. To me, he is the superstar of this draft by a mile over all the rest.
All right.
To me.
Down at 36.
Okay. Is this Jordan Reed, right? No, we're not.
This is Field Yates, top
Okay.
50. So we're going to get
a couple.
two guys out of this. We're getting.
I got the Reed here.
He's got Mason Graham at 3. So at 5, he's got Will Campbell. And down at 36, he's got Egbuka at 34, Jackson Dart at 35, Louisville quarterback at 36. But at 37, I think we'd be okay if Tyler Booker was a Jaguar, wouldn't we? You'd be okay with Tyler Booker, the big offensive lineman?
Yeah.
From Alabama. People Mover didn't allow a single sack and 741 snaps last year. Better suited to play in smaller areas or in a power running scheme as opposed to a system that relies heavily on zone concepts. Boy, I hate that play. I hope that play's not in our book anymore. That zone offensive line read where everybody pulls out and we miss guys. And
Leads to things
we
like
lose.
the Whirlybird.
We get a 1-yard loss about 9 out of 10 times. God, I hate that play. Can we just put people on people?
You say Mason Graham was third on that list?
Yes, he was.
He's third on this one from Jordan Reed, too.
I love Mason Graham, bro. You've got to come aboard with Mason.
Not really.
Mason.
I'm okay with that.
We're going to have Mason.
He's got Reed has Travis Hunter 1, Carter 2.
Yeah.
Graham 3.
Yeah.
Fifth would be he's got 3 Arman Mimbo.
Oh,
At
Mimbo.
5, ahead of Campbell.
Okay. All right.
What do we pick? 37th?
36th.
Okay. 30. Is it getting hot in here or no?
It's getting hot.
Why do I do it? 36, Josh Connerly, an offensive tackle from Oregon.
My guy's got a little bit more. When do we pick after 36? What number? Can you give me the numbers, please, because I can correlate? I need to correlate.
I don't know. 68, maybe?
Yes, you do.
I don't have it in front of me.
Why don't you get it? Why are you on your phone?
I'm looking at this list. I don't have the plus thing on this stupid computer. I'm having to look at it on my phone where it's in there. Tell me the numbers, and I'll tell you what they are.
Well, this one's not
58, maybe?
No, out of 36 is 70.
70? All right, here's what we got at 70.
Damn.
70, we are getting Jalen Milroe.
I got Jordan Birch, a defensive tackle from Oregon, right behind Jack Beck, a wide receiver, and the Oladejo, the edge from UCLA. I think they go there.
Up in that area, we got R.J. Harvey from UCF, Tate Ratledge from Georgia, Trey Harris, my guy from Ole Miss.
Oh, that's your boy.
Oh, can we get Trey Harris at the top of the third? What's after 70?
88.
88, we're getting Savion Williams, wide receiver from TCU.
I got 3 Oregon players in a row fall right on the Jag spot. This is a D tackle, Jamari Caldwell. But around him, you got an O lineman, Mukaba. Safety goes right before him.
Mukaba.
Yeah. Now, by now, you're getting into lesser known names.
Yeah.
What's after 100 though? Because I got 350. here.
107.
107, we're getting Jamari Caldwell, defensive tackle from Oregon on this
107, I'm getting
You took him in round 3.
Who?
I just stole Jamari Caldwell.
Well, I didn't take him anywhere. I just showed you where he fell. Let's see. What did you say? 10 what?
107.
Ty Felton.
You know who's going around
Receiver
107?
Maryland.
You know who you'd like to get at 107?
Who's that?
Cam Scatterbo.
Scatterbo.
Man, these are very different.
Would you
looking
like
lists.
him?
I wouldn't mind him.
Yeah.
Bring some of that gravitas to Duval.
Hopefully he's
That's
not.
far enough.
Hopefully he's not. Toby Gerhardt.
I'm really curious why Montreal Johnson has settled as low on the list, considering what he ran in the 40. Like, I was surprised how fast he ran. He was among the top 5 or 10 fastest running backs. He was productive. He seems to have good vision.
Where they find him? He's down low.
It's like 6th round, you know?
You know who else fell way down was one time that Deion Walker kid from Kentucky.
Oh, yeah.
He's like
big time.
5th, 6th round.
Yeah, he was like a preseason All-SEC, and some thought might be the player of the year.
Golly.
Yeah, he probably got all that NIL money, listened to Daddy, and now he's got
listen
nothing.
to Dad.
Yeah.
His dad has a big part of his life.
I cut back for the 9 o'clock hour.
Nasty. Nasty as they want to be.
Oh, man.
Yeah. All I want.
That's
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
We may have occasional disagreements.
What an idiot.
We might even argue once in a while.
I mean, it's so obvious.
But we're always a team.
We're all friends here.
1010XL.
I love this job.
Join the family fun.
Lauren Brooks here. At Hodges Mazda, they are proud of their solid reputation in the Jacksonville community. As your hometown Mazda dealer, their high customer service standards and their huge inventory of new and used cars provide their customers a consistently first-rate car buying experience. Their professional non-commissioned sales team puts your best interests first without exception. And all new vehicle purchases include the Hodges Mazda Protection Package. Visit them online at HodgesMazda.com or stop in today to learn more and discover the Hodges Mazda difference.
Hey, Hicken here for my friends at Zero Res. Man, you can beat the spring cleaning rush with big savings and priority booking by calling our heroes at Zero Res. The cleaning freaks will get that house looking great. I've used Zero Res, and I love them. Make the house fresh, make the house look clean, make the house smell great, feel great. And they do it all, man. Everything. They can handle your carpets, your air ducts, your upholstery, your rugs, and your hard surfaces. So this month, get Zero Resified from Jacksonville's #1 carpet cleaner. 25% off all cleaning services. That's right, 25% off. Call Zero Res right now, 287-5727, 287-5727, or just go online, ZeroResJacksonville.com. Say you want the Hicken or the 1010XL special, you'll be glad you did, because they'll take great care of you. Zero Res, man, you spell it forwards. Zero Res, you spell it backwards, baby. It's the right way to clean.
1010XL's track previews are brought to you by Big Brothers Big Sisters of Northeast Florida. Be a big.
Travis Hunter is an exciting two-way player whose world-class athleticism and ball skills help him shine on both sides of the field. Hunter is an instinctive, natural football player with a feel for making the biggest plays at the biggest time. Jacksonville would need to make a decision on where and how to play Hunter if they drafted him with the 5th pick, but he's capable of making a good number of winning plays as a future star, no matter the choice.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Since 1977, we've been Jacksonville's local family jeweler with a beautiful selection of fine jewelry and certified diamonds. But we're also Jacksonville's leading buyer of gold and silver and diamonds from the public. Gold has recently hit an all-time high at almost $3,000 per ounce. Pay bills, buy something fun. Now is the time to sell your gold for cash and get top dollar or trade it in for a new piece and get even more value at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Are you ready for some exciting football action? Your Jacksonville Sharks take on the Massachusetts Pirates Saturday, April 19th. Get family 4-packs, 4 tickets, 4 $10 vouchers, and a $20 Al's Pizza gift card, all for only $100. Don't miss the unforgettable Frisbee Dogs and keep an eye out for the Easter Bunny. A fun night for the kids. Get tickets at jacksharks.com or call 904-621-0700. 904-621-0700.
Prosser here. The Jacksonville Sharks are 3-0 and ready to make it 4-0 this weekend as your Jacksonville Sharks take on the Massachusetts Pirates this Saturday. Get our family 4-packs, 4 tickets, 4 $10 vouchers, and a $20 Al's Pizza gift card, all for just $100. Don't miss the unforgettable Frisbee Dogs and keep an eye out for the Easter Bunny. For tickets, go to jacksharks.com or call 904-621-0700. That's 904-621-0700. And go Sharks! Go Sharks!
The restaurant of the day is the Great Greek Mediterranean Grill. Get a Greek Feast family combo meal tray with chicken skewers, gyro meat, gulmades, and more. Feed 4 to 6 people for just $49.95. Feed 8 to 10 for just $99.95. The Great Greek Mediterranean Grill.
We're giving away free AC inspections to our wonderful customers who now call and schedule. But you must act today. A deal this good won't last forever. Call 904-862-6769. DuckDuckAC.com. Any required repairs are not included in the inspection.
Catch Gators baseball all season long on 1010XL. Pitched by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. And Renewal by Anderson, the official window and door replacement partner of the Florida Gators.
Hello, I'm attorney Malcolm Anthony. Being charged with domestic violence could turn your life upside down. If you're in trouble, call me, Malcolm Anthony, at 285-4LAW. That's 285-4LAW.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnik has the largest selection of GMC's impressive SUV lineup and the all-new redesigned GMC Acadia and the highly sought-after Yukon and Yukon XL. Save big with the all-new GMC Hummer EV SUV and truck, plus the all-new GMC Sierra EV. Ask how to get an instant $7,500 tax credit on EV models and financing as low as 0%. Visit the showroom off Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
10XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Local Sports Update, brought to you by the First Coast YMCA. There's no question that the Gators baseball team has struggled close to the midway point of the season. Capturing their first SEC weekend series last weekend, the Gators currently sit at 25-14 overall and 4-11 in conference play. Head coach Kevin O'Sullivan believes there's still time to get back on track and salvage this season.
It's been interesting for sure, but it's just taken us a while, and hopefully we're at a point now where, we can, start to make a run. I just told the team, if I'm not mistaken, I think LSU last year was 3-12 at the halfway point, and they finished 10-5 over the last 15 and got themselves in. This is certainly doable, but it's not going to be easy. I certainly believe, and will continue to believe to the end, that we have a chance to turn this thing around.
Gators move to their next weekend series against Mississippi State starting this Friday over in Starkville with first pitch at 8 o'clock. Catch the game live on 10:10 a.m. It's 65 degrees at 9:08. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
She take my money when I'm in need. Yes, it's a trifling friend indeed. Oh, she's a gold digger.
Oh, boy.
Way over town.
Oh, dear.
That digs on me.
Give me money. Now, I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke.
Fifth pick, the Jaguars select.
I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke.
Listen, it's not going to be reinventing if this story ever materializes. I was never a part of. I've not been a part of this one since the get-go. That's fair. No, I wasn't a part of it. Then, oh no, back off. I got nothing on this one. You do you, Travis.
Love knows no boundaries.
Do the Gators need to add one more in the portal, or are they pretty much good to go if Condon stays? I feel like they're good to go. I mean, if you want to go get another one, I'll trust Todd Golden. Does it even need to be a guard? Or is it overkill if you go get another, dominant guard like Lee?
I think they're probably looking for one more, but I don't think...
it has to be more of a guy who's willing just to be a piece, right? Like, first guy to take it gets that starting spot. I really do think it was down to Lee. That kid at Washington State's real similar stat line to Lee.
By the way, Aberdeen did a great job as a point guard for Florida this year. Does he deserve the right to be the point guard? Or
Well,
does he
if he wants to be, I think he'll be either one. And they, in fairness, they did a lot of dual back. Yeah, I know Clayton was more ball dominant, and Lee will be that guy. But they ask him to do both.
And do they go more 2-guard, 3 front line like Tommy Houck, the 3 now?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, there'll be lineups with Houck, Condon,
what if they added that kid from Washington State? Isn't he a guard?
Yeah, but he's more of an off guard for sure.
Well, I know, but he's not like Houck big.
No, but Houck could be a 3. This guy will be a 2.
We went more 3-guard 2.
It would be this guy would take the big athletic minutes from Klavjar is what would happen.
What I'm saying is Florida was more of a 3-guard 2 frontline team.
Yeah.
Next year, they'll be more of a 2-guard, 3 front line.
I think so. If they think that they're athletic enough with all 3 of those big guys. I think what the biggest difference is the offense next year is going to run through that big man at the top of the key.
Isaiah Brown is another kid. He's going into his second year. He played at Florida. He didn't get many minutes.
But you never know who's going to shoot up when it comes to, oh, wow. They, for a while, were linking Isaiah Brown's brother to Florida, and he may be more in line. That's just another body. He's not a great player. He's a 6-point scorer, but Isaiah Brown's brother.
Oh, okay.
They're talking about him. He's in the MAC somewhere, Eastern Michigan or something. Ohio, yeah.
But he's a shooter.
Yeah, but I don't think he's a big stat guy. I think he averaged like 6 points a game, so it's not like you're going to get an all-conference guy like Lee and like the kid from Washington State. But look,
but I guess what I'm saying is if you have Aberdeen and this kid Lee, then you're going to mix in Hauk, Condon, Chinyelu, Hanlockton
on the front. Yeah,
so there's
you could use one more of those.
There's
two, probably.
6.
Is Alexis gone? He may be back too.
I don't know. If you're him, you probably go.
I would stay.
Does the Ryu kid get on the court?
They say not for another year. That 7'9" guy, you mean? Yeah. They say not for another year.
Okay.
But who knows?
He's eligible.
Yeah, sure. Okay. He was eligible this year. Yeah.
No, he wasn't. He redshirted.
I know, but they could have. I mean, so was Hanlockton for that matter.
Yeah. So Isaiah Brown. There's room to add another one, I guess is the answer. It looks like Golden's a 7-8 deep guy. You want to be in the top 7 or 8. And Klobuchar will have to get better defensively and work to get more open shots. Because that's what he is. He's a shooter. But it's a big void. I mean, look, again, Walter Clayton Jr., Will Richard, and Elijah Martin. Oof.
I think Sam Alexis probably comes back, and from this standpoint, it means you don't have to go find another veteran big.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, he's from Apopka. He was playing, he's playing 10, 12 minutes a game, and he hurt his ankle bad in February, and you never really saw much more. But he wasn't not playing. He was in the rotation. If he's willing to stay, he was a junior this year. If he's willing to stay and he's not looking for, and by the way, he might be able to earn, a little more playing time. Healthy from the get-go. You've done a great job of building that program. It's in real good shape, man. You lose those 3 guys, and the fact that you can talk about a path of returning to, another deep tournament run says a bunch.
Do you know who Shelly Ann Frazier is?
That name does not ring a bell.
Ring a bell for you, Jeffrey?
Mm-mm.
Shelly Ann Frazier is an 8-time Olympic medalist.
Okay.
Sprinter, Jamaica.
Okay.
Those Jamaicans can run.
Oh, yes, they can.
Hot take.
So So they're having a track and field day at the kids' school.
Okay. And mommy,
Parents decide to have a run.
They don't know who she is?
I don't know. But there's Shelly Ann.
Is that happening in Jamaica, or is it in the States?
Definitely not. They gotta know who
Shelly
she
Ann.
is.
She's about 40 yards ahead in the 100.
Yeah, she probably could have done it backwards. She probably could have done it backwards and beaten him.
That was great, man. So 8-time Olympic medalist Shelly Ann Frazier-Price demolishing everyone in a parents' race at her son's school. I like that. That was good.
Yeah, she pulled no punches.
Yeah.
Everybody could get it.
Yeah, that was good. Who's that lady? Ooh, she's fast.
My mom could beat your mom in a race.
Yeah, my mom would beat your mom. So anyway, I thought that was cool.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say something. I thought that was just a dramatic pause. We like to do that. Listen, as a team, as a fan of a team who's in it every year, I'm willing to go ahead, even if it means we can't go. It's time for the play-in to end. It's just all it's doing is taking the steam out of getting excited about the playoffs for me.
Mm-hmm.
And taking teams 9 and 10 and giving them a last chance to get in is stupid. They're terrible basketball teams, often under 500. What are we doing?
Yeah.
It can't be making any money.
Well, again, it's an 82-game season.
That's enough, right?
To,
There's plenty of time to decide. This is so contrived. I just hate it so much, and I don't know they're going to stick with it. And by the way, it became even more unnecessary when you added that NBA Cup in the course of the year.
Also true.
Right? So this play-in's dumb, man. Let 7 and 8 take their spots, and we'd be having playoff games tonight instead of,
which we should be.
Play-ins again tomorrow, and the play-ins are now set. The Heat beat the Bulls for the 3rd straight year in the play-in. That tells you all you need to know about how valid it is.
Yeah.
3 years in a row, these same 2 teams. And by the way, each of those years, you know who they play next or before? Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
So,
the playoffs start this weekend.
That's
I know
right.
the
Yeah,
Knicks and the Pistons go Saturday.
That's there's going to be some interesting matchups for sure. Those 3 6s are interesting.
Golden State's a 7 seed, and they're favored to beat Houston.
And by me too.
Yeah.
Lakers, Minnesota.
That's going to be fun. Yeah, and that's not going to be no cakewalk either.
Man, I heard your boy Stephen A. Smith yesterday talking about Anthony Edwards like he was me last year at this time.
Oh, like
he's Jordan, he's this, he's that, and he's going to show, and he's going to drive to the hoop. And I mean, I didn't really listen until we got to a prediction part, but it made it sound like he thought Ant and the T-Wolves would beat the Lakers.
Don't forget, Rodeo Ron makes a good point. They have Ingram's kid and that Alex Lloyd kid coming in this year.
Yeah, that's what I
so
meant.
If one of those guys steps
For
up,
sure.
which
Yeah.
probably they will.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I don't know if it's mandatory. If Alexis and Condon stay, you might be okay just adding that and then reassessing.
One more thing before we go to break. I made a point, and I wanted to get your opinion on this. And I don't know enough about it, but it did strike me when I saw Charlie Ward take the FAM job.
Okay.
And I watched, and again, I'm not blaming FSU, but I'm wondering out loud, would Charlie Ward, they hired Luke Laux, a former Seminole basketball player. He was an assistant coach with Sacramento. Charlie Ward was assistant coach for 3 years with the Houston Rockets, but he wanted to come home, be closer to his family, et cetera. So he did, and he's been in this area, and he's a good high school coach. I think they and Providence play each other every year for the right to go.
Charlie's team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering out loud, and then the other thing,
and he's in Tallahassee already.
Yeah, and the other thing is FSU, passed on Dion
in football.
At
the time, that didn't seem
That's
like
fine.
this is more natural than that. Because you hired the same type guy.
Yes.
Like when you passed on Dion, you hired a guy from D1.
Right.
You're hiring the same resume.
I don't know if he applied. I don't know if they considered him, but would that have been?
Dion, I'm not sure
I'm
he would
talking
take
about
the job.
I'm talking about Charlie Ward, though.
Yeah.
Should Charlie Ward have gotten a look as the FSU basketball coach?
If he was interested in being a basketball coach, yeah, I would.
It seems like he is if he took the FAM job.
My point is, did they not do that diligence, or did Charlie does seem like not the kind of guy to go aggressively reaching out.
Right.
He'll just sit there and coach his job, and they're like, FSU may be saying, "Oh, well, wait, we didn't know you wanted a D1 job."
Yeah, maybe
that could be the part of it too.
Maybe,
which would speak to an incredible disengagement between one of your best all-time players and your
Charlie
program.
Ward should be a big part of FSU.
He should be at midcourt every game.
Yes.
So,
I just wonder.
Well, you know what? It's going to be even more relevant when FAM and FSU play next November, and FAM and Charlie beat them. Then they'll care for half of
FAM
it.
is
not good.
Well, the FAM coach left FAM to go to Grambling.
Yeah, it's not a good program.
So therefore,
they've struggled.
Yeah, that's so you got to wonder about now. Can Charlie bring in funds? Probably, but can he bring in enough? I don't know. It's a tough. Again, we chronicled what's going on at UNF and how their players are going up to Purdue and Indiana. So I don't know the answers at the smaller schools, but I think FAM's did a smart thing. I mean, nothing. No harm, no foul. You get Charlie Ward. We just talked FAM basketball for a minute and a half.
Well, FAM, it makes FAM the more. Charlie Ward will be the biggest basketball name in town every time FAM or Florida State play basketball next year.
Good point. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more. This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. The great thing about live sports, you never know what's going to happen.
Oh, how did he pull that off?
Get the most live play-by-play on 1010XL.
MOV, ING, Southside Kia is moving. Our moving sale is on right now. Help us clear new Kias out. Our current selection's got 200 plus Kias on the lot. Hurry to save big with us. New rides starting at just $20,000 bucks. Plus, bring your tax refund today. We'll double it up to $5K. MOV, ING, get to Southside Kia this spring. Online at SouthsideKiaJax.com. Get your next ride at Southside. For complete details, call 904-325-9208.
Pick it here for my friend Doc Rick Townsend, my doctor. I've been going to Doc T for a long time. Doc T said, "Hey, Hick, I am going into concierge medicine." I said, "Doc, what's concierge medicine?" He said, "Well, if you're not feeling well, you come see me right away. You don't have to wait for a couple weeks like with regular doctoring." I said, "Oh, okay." I said, "You got a medical emergency? Here's my personal phone number. You call me. I'll get right back to you anytime, 7 days a week." I said, "Oh, I like that." It's kind of like being a member of an exclusive golf club, but the cost will surprise you. And as far as doctors, I can vouch for Doc T. He's been my doctor for decades. He's terrific. Treats me like a brother. If you were family, this is what I would do. So whether it's yearly physicals, office or virtual visits, cancer screens, or frozen specialists, Doc T's got you covered. MyPVConcierge.com has all your answers if you're interested. MyPVConcierge.com. But hurry. Every time I talk to Doc T, we're adding more and more patients. There's a limited number, so go to mypvconcierge.com.
get a healthy start in 2025. The Florida Department of Health in Duval County is here to encourage you to get healthy and stay healthy this year. They have a dedicated team who are committed to providing quality care. The goal is to protect, promote, and improve the health of you and your family. Visit duval.floridahealth.gov to learn more about their health programs and services. That's duval.floridahealth.gov.
Mike Dempsey here. Look, it's been 10 years that I've been vouching for my guys at Dandy Boots, and for a decade, I'm proud of my association with a local family business. They make a great product. I've made no secret that I was a customer long before Dandy ever came on board on 1010XL. But I'm thinking I'm due a little Dandy swag, maybe a little love. How about a Dandy t-shirt, a ball cap? So how about it, Thompson family? What do you got going on over there? In the meantime, I'm going to keep eating those delicious tuna salad sandwiches. So guys, keep helping me out and grab a Dandy sandwich today.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyoublow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
So, you finally have some time to yourself. Even if it is just the car ride home, it's you time. And look at you. Do not disturb set before you even got in the car? Impressive. You've earned this moment to just chill and drive. This break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
He thinks he knows what he's talking about.
Of course.
Find out if he does.
Is there anything else we need to know?
Catch CBS Sports senior NFL writer Pete Prisco every Friday afternoon on The Franchi Show. Brought to you by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beechurst here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beechurst Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beechurst Plumbing, here to help.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
The best game day parking in all of Duval is at Tailgaters Parking. Are you ready for some football? Tailgaters is just steps away on the east side of the stadium. Visit tailgatorsparking.com and secure your season parking pass today.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood Jewelers. Clayton, you spend a lot of time talking about diamonds, but what about some of the colored stones we see?
Frank, when you talk about colored stones, there are literally hundreds of varieties and species in the gem kingdom. As certified gemologists, we're trained gemologically on the identification of each of these and can separate the man-made synthetics and imitations from the real thing. But at Underwoods, we can go to the next step. At Underwoods, we're active buyers of loose colored stones in the world markets, so we have an understanding of the values of colored stones as they relate back to the various qualities. In fact, just like diamonds, we buy most of our colored stones loose, then create the pieces of jewelry to hold the gems. You can be assured not only of the authenticity and quality of our colored stone jewelry, but also of the value. So if you're in the market for a fine quality emerald, sapphire, ruby, aquamarine, amethyst, citrine, tourmaline, peridot, or any other gemstone, come by and see us at Underwoods.
A chipped windshield can turn into a big problem fast. Lauren Brooks here. Trust Novus Glass of Jacksonville for expert repair and replacement. Call 904-289-2905 for Novus Glass in Orange Park. 904-289-2905.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
He mentioned earlier, and it wasn't just his opinion. There was a column on CBS Sports that was giving comps for some of the top draft picks. Did you see this list? As to my hopes and dreams from a couple segments back, I'm ready to package and go get Travis Hunter and see where it takes us. But anyway, he gave comps on all these players, and for most of them, it dumbs down what you think, the best case scenario. I don't want to say dumbs down. That might be too negative. We're about to go family here on one of these comps. But the comp, right out of the gates, it makes you think, okay, this is one of those everybody's an all-star comp guy.
Right.
You take everyone, you put to the the highest. That's not what a comp should be.
Right.
If you're going to write that column and say the ceiling for the comp ceiling. This is just comps. This is what this guy thinks these guys are. Okay. So he puts Travis Hunter, who he has as the number one. His offensive wide receiver comp is Justin Jefferson, and his defensive cornerback comp is Champ Bailey. Okay, spoiler alert. We're going to go through the rest of the prospects. Not one of them will have a comp as good as either one of those two.
Okay.
Abdul Carter. There are two comps here that are being made. One is Cliff Averill.
Okay.
Great player. Family.
Shout out.
Don't know if he's the fifth pick of the
Shout out,
draft.
Cliff. Can't take you.
Dang.
Can't take you fifth overall, Cliff.
Make sure he doesn't listen to this one on demand.
No.
Okay.
Tell Cliff to stay
He's
away.
Friendly fire.
Who sent me this article?
Cliff.
Yeah, he's happy. He's what, Cliff was a second-round pick?
Third round. 92nd overall.
Yeah. I thought he was third, but, man, I was already on thin ice. I didn't want to. I'm not kidding. I literally thought he's a third. I said, well, he might be a second. I don't want to do that. The other comparison for Abdul Carter, the other comp, Vic Beasley.
74 sacks in his career for Cliff Averill.
Yeah.
In the NFL. That's a good number.
Yeah. Vic Beasley had one good year.
Yeah, and it was 17 or 14.
But
he led the year that year.
Beasley had one of those years where he literally, every pressure resulted in a sack.
Yeah.
I tell you who Cliff is, though. Cliff was underrated as a third-round pick because Cliff has minus the 1 year. Cliff is Josh Allen, sack-wise.
Yeah,
I mean, 5.5, 8.5, 11, 9.5, 8, 5, 9, 11.5.
Just doesn't have the 17.5. But Josh has a second 12 or so, doesn't he? Or no?
Josh got a 10.
He had a 10 his first year.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, Cliff Averill there. Cam Ward, Jordan Love. That would be okay.
Say one thing about Cliff too. He played every game. He didn't miss games.
Yeah, I love the guy. Just doesn't feel like the fifth pick. I mean, you're talking about it. You're giving a comp for the number 5 pick as a third rounder, who was a good player, wasn't an all-star.
You wanted to be J.J. Watt.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course. That's all. Will Campbell, Charles Cross. No thanks.
Charles Cross, good football player.
Yeah.
He's just out. Isn't he Seattle?
Yeah, but again, we got to put it in context of where you're being taken.
Yeah.
If you're the 4th pick in the draft.
Charles Cross a tackle or a guard?
He's a tackle.
Okay, then
if you're projected the 4th pick in the draft, it shouldn't be Charles Cross.
All right.
Mason, is Christian Wilkins enough with the 5th pick? If you're the Jags and you could get Christian Wilkins with the 5th pick, would you want it?
Is that Mason Graham?
Yeah, the answer is no. No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't want Christian Wilkins if you had the 5th pick. And 5 years later, you could say, hey, should we have taken him with the 5th pick? You'd say no.
He's a good football player.
Yeah, I know he is.
Making a lot of money.
Yeah.
Where is he? The Raiders now?
They started with the Dolphins, then went to the Raiders, I believe. Yeah. The Raiders drafted the wrong one. Remember? Both Clemson kids came out. The Raiders drafted in the top 5 the other one.
Yeah.
Tet McMillan, T. Higgins.
Yeah, now, Christian Wilkins has only had 9 sacks.
Yeah, right. It's not worth the 5th pick.
Yep.
Tet McMillan, T. Higgins would be worth the 5th pick? Not really.
No.
Really, to get T. Higgins, you got to get him in round 2. That's how you build good teams. You don't take them 5 overall. So they've got Tet McMillan, T. Higgins.
Okay.
Armand Mimbo. They have number 7. They have his comp, Olu Fashanu. I don't know who that is.
I think he's a Steeler guy from last year, isn't he?
Steelers.
I'm not positive, though.
Kelvin Banks Jr. is Austin Jackson. That's a tackle the Dolphins took a 3 years back. Jalen Walker, Kyle Van Noy.
Ooh, I like Kyle Van Noy.
I mean, so again, the comps that are the best so far are the Travis Hunter, Jalen Walker and Cam Ward, who we wouldn't take. Those are the guys that have the best comps as far as fitting into a top 5 or 10 draft pick. And then this one is concerning. And he has Genty ranked a lot lower than anyone else. Did you see Genty's open letter to the league, by the way?
I didn't read it, but I saw it.
Yeah. He basically said, look, Saquon, I'm like Saquon Barkley. I understand it's tackle football, so you're going to have to tackle me, basically, is the paraphrase, and how important and vital and engaged he will be to your franchise. They have the comp on Ashton Genty as Marshawn Lynch. That's not good enough either, is it?
Oh, Marshawn Lynch, pretty good player.
Yeah. Is it 5th pick in the draft good? Was Marshawn Lynch ever a top 5 running back?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
A couple times.
I think so.
As we were going through, he was.
I think so.
Man, I don't know, y'all. I think a lot different
1204, 1590, 1257, 1306.
Yeah,
12 touchdowns, 11 touchdowns, 12 touchdowns, 13 touchdowns.
Yeah, the others are, I wonder how they win. I also got to, but again, that's great. I got to know, did I also have 6 other backs, right? Amon Green doing this or that guy doing that. What year is that? His best
11 year. Through his best year was 2012.
And that's the Super Bowl winning year, wasn't it, E?
No. The Super Bowl was 13 and 14.
Okay.
Today is Tony Baselli's birthday. I just saw him.
Oh, yeah. Shout out Big Bo.
53.
1590, Lynch was 3rd in the league that year. Adrian Peterson, Alfred Morris. Man, they disappeared quick.
Wow, Alfred Morris.
Alfred Morris had more
Washington
than Lynch.
or Cowboys Morris?
I think that's Washington Morris. Jamal Charles, too, 1509.
He was tearing the league
Doug
up,
Martin,
Jamal
Arian
Charles.
Foster.
It's just, Man, a lot. They ran it, though, man.
Ridley,
Doug Martin,
Spiller.
1450. Wow.
Chris Johnson, Frank Gore, Ray Rice, Matt Forte. It's really 1,000-yard rushers. Sean Green. Sean Green ran for 1,000? Yeah.
Who?
For who?
Yeah, Sean Green.
I don't even remember Sean Green.
SHONN, Sean Green.
Oh, yeah, for the he's a Jet, I believe.
I don't even
Maryland.
remember that
Sean
guy.
Green, a Jet from Maryland? Can I get a little
Iowa.
Is he a Jet?
Stand by. Stand by, please. Let's see where Sean Green is.
He was a Jet.
Yeah.
Oh, I do remember this guy.
He has a Jet and a Titan.
He just had the one, right?
No, 2,000-yard seasons.
I do remember
Travis
Sean
Etienne.
Green.
All right, we got to take a break, make the turn for home. We'll do that next on The Drill.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios, this is the place for Jaguars football.
Listen to this crowd. How about them Jags?
1010XL, home of the Jaguars.
Are you ready to step up to luxury?
Check out the power of our exciting 2025 lineup, including the Lyric, IQ, Optique, and the stunning Vistique.
With over 15 electric Cadillacs in stock and more on the way, it's the perfect time to trade in your Tesla and embrace luxury with a twist.
At Randy Marion, there are no tariffs. So visit Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville, and see why our electric lineup turns heads.
Don't miss out. Drive Cadillac, electric or gas. We have both. Plus tax tag title $9.99 admin fee and resist all on approved credit.
Call 904-500-COOL. Ideal Conditions.
Ideal Conditions Heating and Air Conditioning is your go-to for all AC repairs and replacements. Just gas your AC. For exceptional service, call 904-500-COOL or visit idealconditionsjacks.com to schedule your estimate today.
Call 904-500-COOL.
Honk if you see us. Call for service.
Ideal Conditions.
Idealconditionsjacks.com.
Need fresh and flavorful lunch? Chicken Salad Chick has scratch-made Southern-style chicken salad in every bite. It's quick and delicious, so why wait? Come taste the best chicken salad today at Town Center, Durbin Park, or Butler Point at Chicken Salad Chick.
When you're a little kid on the playground, they tell you don't hit back. Well, the courtroom isn't a playground. And if you've suffered an injury or death in your family, I'm here to tell you it's okay to hit back and fight to make them pay. I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and at Hastings Injury Law, we understand all the pain and emotion that comes with being wrong. And we've dedicated our lives to making things right for people like you. So if you get hit back with Hastings Injury Law. Offices, Jacksonville.
Get to know positions and players. The 1010XL Ultimate Draft Guide is brought to you by Blue Haven Pools, the #1 pool builder in Jacksonville. Follow rankings and roundtables as the draft takes shape. Go to 1010XL.com/2025 draft guide to get yours.
Tax season is here, and your refund can go further at Big Chief Tire. Frank Frangie here. Put the extra cash to work by investing in your vehicle, whether it's overdue maintenance, brake repairs, or new tires. Their skilled technicians will help you get the most out of every dollar. With 5 Jacksonville locations, fair prices, and trusted service, Big Chief Tire has everything you need to hit the road with confidence. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 today. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
Imagine enjoying the beautiful days of summer in North Florida, relaxing in your enclosed patio, free from bugs and debris. I'm Josh Molina, owner of River City Screens. We are your trusted local screen experts. We pride ourselves in our craftsmanship and our relationships. Because with Florida's unpredictable weather, you want someone dependable and reliable to show up for you every time. New construction or repairs, call River City Screens. 904-923-3544.
License number SCC 131153483.
If you're heading to the Og or you're already part of the nation's oldest, don't forget to drop into Sunset Grill. For over 30 years, serving up great chowder, seafood, wings, and cold beer. Sunset Grill, somewhere on A1A, St. Augustine Beach.
Need or want cash? Beach's Jewelry and Pawn has cash available. Ready to buy guitars, surfboards, jewelry, firearms, tools, and especially gold. They need it all, selling or pawning. Get cash on the spot at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach.
Are you ready for some exciting football action? Your Jacksonville Sharks take on the Massachusetts Pirates Saturday, April 19th. Get family 4-packs, 4 tickets, 4 $10 vouchers, and a $20 Al's Pizza gift card, all for only $100. Don't miss the unforgettable Frisbee Dogs and keep an eye out for the Easter Bunny. A fun night for the kids. Get tickets at jacksharks.com or call 904-621-0700. 904-621-0700.
Prosser here. The Jacksonville Sharks are 3-0 and ready to make it 4-0 this weekend as your Jacksonville Sharks take on the Massachusetts Pirates this Saturday. Get our family 4-packs, 4 tickets, 4 $10 vouchers, and a $20 Al's Pizza gift card, all for just $100. Don't miss the unforgettable Frisbee Dogs and keep an eye out for the Easter Bunny. For tickets, go to jacksharks.com or call 904-621-0700. That's 904-621-0700. And go Sharks! Go Sharks!
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place. For changes big and small. Loud or quiet. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555, Jacksonville. Now, the cool down from the cool guys at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Fast, reliable, and honest service since '87.
All right, welcome back to the show. It's been a fun day today. A lot of stuff going on. Having a good time. Draft a week from today finally got here, so we're looking forward to that. Lots of news and notes going on in the world of college football as we watch what happens with Nico, things going on in Gainesville. Gators get a key basketball commit, so lots of stuff to cool down from.
Hey, do you still have Tony Baselli's number?
I sure do.
I haven't seen him. He's still in town?
I think,
He used to be a member of the program. We used to talk to him every Monday. First of all, in a mini celebration move.
Yes.
Let me hear the birthday tune. Today, April 17th. Yeah,
Happy birthday, Tony.
53 years ago today, the big fella. Oh, that Moo-Moo. What a champion getting that big fella out of her.
God bless
my gosh.
God bless you, Moo-Moo.
Yeah, all these years later, here he is. I know many of you thought he was over the hill. No, at age 53, he's now emerged as the EVP of the Jaguars. Just go live on the air. Yeah, let me hear you call him. Yeah.
Calling him?
Call him. Call him on the station phone, not on your. There we go. Yeah, just call. He'll never answer. He dodges our calls now. He's ghosted us.
Yeah.
Although it'd be classic Tony just to pick it up. What are these guys calling for? Right? He's calling Tony Vaselli live on the air today. Wish him a merry.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Doesn't put his name on there
The
anymore.
person you're trying to reach is not available.
Yeah, he doesn't
leave a message?
Yeah.
Please
Oh, yeah.
record your message.
Yeah.
When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Look at him.
Hey, Tony, it's Hicken and Prosser. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Me
big
too.
fella. Yeah.
53, man.
I see you're hiding behind the anonymity of your welcome message now. Hello, you reached Tony. Leave a message. That's what we were expecting. But
We miss you, old friend.
Yeah. Are you out of town or something? We haven't heard from you in a while.
He might be in the Maldives.
We got some draft notes for you. We'll send them your way. And
Sure.
follow us, please.
Yeah. In case you're wondering, I know you're tracking every day, but this morning, Tony, I've traded up to 2 to draft Travis Hunter. So
Happy birthday, Tony.
Kick that around with the boys, and happy birthday, big fella.
Yeah.
Now hang up on it.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah. Any other advice you need? You know where to find us. I think he lost our number, I mean, here we were. Yeah. Heard from the guy one time when he had an emergency need and a golf foursome. That's it.
Got some Tony podcast I can watch and stuff, but man.
Yeah.
I want to see what's trending, or you want to do some headlines? What do you want to do,
well,
E?
that's up to y'all, man.
Oh,
he wants to trend.
Stay ready, get ready.
He was in there working, man.
Was he?
Yeah, it was working, dog.
All right, dog. Appreciate your work.
Who's the trend that brought to us, bud?
It's my friend Rick Townsend, mypvconcierge.com for all your medical needs, man. Check them out.
Shout out.
Check them out today, yeah.
Number 5.
Oh, guess who's back in the news, gentlemen?
Who's in the news?
Oh, Larsa Pippen. Larsa. She has a new boo thing.
Oh, no. She has a new beau?
50-year-old Larsa Pippen is now dating 31-year-old Jeff Kobe, former basketball player. Good for her.
Jeff Kobe is not a former basketball player. I don't believe it. Where did Jeff Kobe play basketball?
Columbia.
Oh. What's he do?
Oh, I don't know, but I know you got to have some type of money because she, I ain't messing with no girl. She ain't gave me money.
Yeah.
That's her vibe.
Jeff Kobe's a Haitian American,
I saw that.
Oh.
Last played for the Basket Racing Club Luxembourg.
Yeah,
I don't think that pays like the association does.
Nah.
Played high school basketball for Sagemont School down here in Florida. As a senior, he transferred up to Rosemary Hall in Connecticut. Freshman year at Columbia, went for 2.8 points a game. Signed a professional contract with CB Pratt. Also played with Baloncesto of the LEB Plata.
Baloncesto.
He got a Exhibit 10 deal with the Knicks. In other words, got to go to training camp as a body. Plays for the Haiti national basketball team.
Shout out.
Wow.
There you
Countryman.
go. Jeff Kobe.
It's been a big day. I mean, you got a Haiti basketball team. You got a comp to Abdul Carter. Fly the flag proud today.
Huh?
Number 4.
Hey, Jeff, remember when I first reported about KFC selling the fried chicken flavored toothpaste?
Yeah, that just didn't work at all.
Oh, it didn't work for you?
No, I'll never know. You think I'm putting fried chicken toothpaste on these pearly yellows?
Well, you wouldn't be able to because it sold out in 48 hours.
That's disgusting. Why would anyone want to? Why?
Sold out
in 48 hours.
That's a bunch
How many they make? 5 tubes? What do we mean?
Who would? It's amazing, dude. People are crazy. That won't last. You can't. I don't think you can have a fried chicken flavored toothpaste experience and it be good and you want it again.
Agreed.
I mean, right? That's gross. Certain like tastes just aren't made to go together. We're not supposed to intermingle. And toothpaste and fried chicken, I would say, are 2 of them.
Agreed.
Number 3.
Gentlemen, what does Randy Johnson and Ken Griffey Jr. have in common?
I know. They're both photographers.
No, they both play for the Mariners. But yeah, they're both photographers. And ironically enough, Griffey, he shot at the Masters.
Yeah. Yeah, he, in fact, now look.
Some shots of Rory, some pretty cool shots.
He got some good shots. I don't know who he shoots for or works for. I know it's like I guess a passion of his.
Uh-huh.
I don't know but yeah, he was at Augusta taking photos.
He's doing a good job of just figuring out how to get into these things.
But
right.
I think Ken Griffey Jr. gets credentialed where Ken Griffey Jr. wants to get
I guess.
Yeah. But at the tournament, I don't know.
Well, you know who he follows? There was another baseball player who's a very good photographer. Do you remember who that was?
Who?
When he got out of it. In fact, he may have even shot for Sports Illustrated.
If he says Randy Johnson, he wasn't listening.
Oh, I wasn't listening. I wasn't listening. I wasn't. You're right.
He was,
100%.
He was in the Bahamas there for about 10 minutes.
No, I was answering a text. So yeah, my bad.
Number 2.
And speaking of
the only time that I get like distracted, I can usually look at one thing and hear another, is when somebody said something that is not
something crazy
that hasn't happened. Like the way they hear something. No one here said they would take Van Noy 5th, and no one here said they would take Lynch 5th, and no one here compared taking Lynch versus Van Noy 5th. So I was right, didn't I? Didn't we? I mean,
nobody said that.
I wouldn't take Lynch 5th or Van Noy 5th, to be honest. So I don't know where it comes from. Anyway, so I apologize.
Speaking of Augusta, they say there were over 1,000 private jets that touched down for Masters weekend.
Wow.
And for some reason, I can believe that.
Oh, yeah.
I can believe that.
100%.
I can't imagine the bars and all that stuff after the
good weekend for those airports, man.
What? Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's another one you probably need to do. You need to do Masters one year.
Man, I can't.
The whole scene around the By the way, the Masters, it's like driving down it's like driving up Normandy Boulevard and then taking a right and you're in Augusta. I'm not kidding. It's just like, Motel 6s and Waffle Houses and a Hooters, and just looks like nowhere. It's similar kind of to Lambeau Field in Green Bay.
Oh,
we're going to need...
Lambeau Field would be like if they built the Jag Stadium across from Beach Bowl.
Yeah,
it's just stuck right in the middle of the community.
We keep putting these things on E's list. We're going to have to start knocking down the list a little bit.
I'm going to go see LeBron.
But he does them, though.
I'm going to go see LeBron.
Oh, yeah. Well, the Kentucky Derby's coming up.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I did the Daytona 500.
You did.
You know what I'm saying?
Good point.
Yeah, so, I'm knocking them out. I got a whole baseball team that I follow. Shout out to Stinkfish. Come on now.
Number 1.
It's got Marlins fever in there.
And the number 1 trending topic, gentlemen, I'm surprised this has not come up yet.
Wow.
LeBron James makes history as the first male athlete with an official Ken doll.
Does that do anything for you?
Ken doll?
You never heard? Yeah, let me tell you. Hey, LeBron,
that's embarrassing.
You never heard of Evel Knievel, you bastard? What, are you going to steal every bit of glory from everyone that's ever lived? Because I dang sure had. I don't care if you call him. By the way, if you're LeBron James and you're a doll, you're not a Ken doll. You're a LeBron doll. So he gets to live in Barbie's house? Is that what it is?
Yeah,
I'll send Evel Knievel over there on my Evel Knievel motorcycle. He'll take a run at Barbie, and LeBron better back off.
Just so you know, the new LeBron James Kenbassador Barbie doll goes for retail $75.
$75.
Aren't Barbies supposed to be like $6? Isn't that why they're...
Sheesh.
One man even showed up dressed in a LeBron James Lakers uniform, followed by a full choir singing a parody of Michael Jackson's Man in the Mirror in line to get the Kenbassador LeBron James Barbie doll. So that's the deal on that. Selling for over $100 on average on eBay. A rare autographed version sold for as much as $3,000.
Y'all spend your money anywhere you want to.
Ken doll.
It's growing up. It's something that I thought you said was a total joke. Is there seriously, are we going to get into a conspiracy? Wasn't the moon landing enough? Or is there seriously a conspiracy that those ladies never left the earth?
That is a conspiracy.
Oh, for real?
Did not see the big, huge phallic symbol flying into the sky. What was that?
I did, yeah. I saw that.
Huh.
We did the play-by-play on that.
Well, here's some more of the evidence. Videos have come out that lead to speculation that it was a fake. Bezos got there with the special tool used to open it. There was also the door opened before Bezos got there with the special tool to open it. There was also zero burn on it after falling through the atmosphere. And then after touching down, a video appears to show someone opening the capsule door from the inside. Then it quickly shuts, only for the hatch to be reopened later. Maybe they just redid the the landing and the coming out and that part. I'm pretty sure that thing took up came back down, didn't it?
Get us out of here.
Now, the 2-minute drill. Serviced by Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. Locally owned and operated. We're your neighbors. CoolCatsJacks.com.
The coolest cats in town.
Yeah.
What's up, Tone?
Morning, guys.
What's cooking on a Thursday for you guys?
We'll be checking in with Hayes Carline and Pete Prisco on the show today as we continue to get ready 1 week away from the first round of the NFL draft today.
Amen.
And our question of the day, assuming good health, who will be the second most productive pass catcher, obviously after Brian Thomas Jr.,
right,
for the Jaguars in 2025? De'Ami Brown, Parker Washington, Brenton Strange, or a rookie wide receiver or tight end?
Yeah.
Your options in the poll today.
I'm going D, personally, but I hope it's D.
They're all getting at least 20% in the voting already, yeah.
One area that I don't agree with what Liam Cohen said is, and I hope he's right, I don't think we got near enough pass-catching weapons on this football team. I just don't.
And that was
That's
without
no.
even mentioning, he mentioned by name 2 or 3 and even mentioned tight end, didn't even mention Gabe Davis.
Didn't even mention Gabe Davis.
Right.
Nor did you in the poll.
No.
Nor should either of you.
Yes.
If Cohen didn't, we don't have to. right? Like for this kind of poll today, and I've been saying it for weeks now, that's my highest priority for the team right now.
Okay, good.
Is whatever they're going to do at wide receiver in the draft is the highest priority. Doesn't mean they have to do it at 5.
Right.
But it's at the top of my list of priorities is finding a number 2 to run with Brian Thomas Jr.
I am not sold on Parker Washington, and I ain't sold on De'Ami Brown, and I ain't sold on Brenton Strange.
I'm late.
Honestly,
I'm late to the party, Hick. But I'm just gonna drift off to sleep with a dream scenario of the next 5 years with Brian Thomas Jr. split wide right and Travis Hunter split wide left, and what that could look like. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, D. Higgins. Just wondering.
That's what Jeff.
Yeah,
that's
what
we're
I'm
trading
on
up
now.
to get.
Yeah,
on
now
that.
trading up. I'm done with Mason. I'm not taking a tackle for
Trading to
Pete's
what? 2 or 3?
2.
Okay.
Got to get 2.
What are you giving up to get?
Yeah.
Everything.
What do they want?
Everything.
What do y'all want?
What do you want? How many ones?
I got 22 picks the next year. How does 18 of them sound?
All right.
I kid because I care. And I'll give him a 1. I'll give him whatever.
He's giving stuff.
I'm moving up though.
Then he's definitely playing offense.
I would think though. By the way, and I know how the trade.
Travis, get back out there.
What did Chicago give up to move up a spot they didn't even need to move up? Do we remember?
I don't know.
Like, what does it actually cost just to go from 4 to 2? I mean, it's not that far.
But it
It's not
costs
like you're going from
ones.
12. Yeah, I know.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Right. You guys would know better than me. I think it costs ones.
So close yet so far away. That's how that's going to end. It has been a Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday. Jaguars today is next. We'll see you tomorrow.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
1010XL.